Guys, it is time to get this thing started. But I usually have my intro, and I don't know why, but I think I was deleting stuff and adding stuff, and so now I'm on here like, where's my stuff? So let's find it. Wait. Okay, that's not it. That was strange. You know what it is? I think my new intro. Let me see. It's crazy because I've been making it and changing it and making it. Here, let me see something. Don't mind me, guys. Just improved it. So, let me see something. Live. I don't know. Let me see. Live. I think I changed it up. It should be it. What I'm looking for. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Here, I'm trying to figure something out now, guys. Just hold on. Thanks for tuning in. We are going to get into Raw being on Netflix, which is pretty monumental. But, let me see. So maybe 6 minutes back. So this, let's see. That, live goes into this, that goes into that. Okay, subscribe goes into that. Sure, everything's all right. Cool. Then it goes into that. And I think this is where I did all the new stuff. Right? That. Yeah. Got that. Just give me a moment, guys. I'm trying to figure something out. That. Yeah. I think this is a new one. Yep, this is it. All right, I think that is it. Now, that is 6 minutes, 30 seconds. So I'm pretty sure this is the correct one. Oh, you know what it is? I just forgot to do it. All right, so hold on, guys. So if you're tuning in, you're like, what the hell is going on here? I apologize. I was supposed to do something. My new intro, just kind of like the whole waiting, I did not make one for here. So let me do that real quick. Let me browse files. Let me go to videos, making videos. All right, this should be it. 1.5 gigs. Right. Yeah, that should be it. All right. So I'll have this compressing in the background. And then I'll have it for next time. All right. All right. All right. Sorry, I had to get that done. All right, guys. So, thanks for tuning in. It's Anthony L. Lewis in real life. Guys, I'm the master of vlogging. And I'm also the cowboy, king of entertainment. I'm the king of content. Guys, you know who it is. I'm the all-purpose champ. I'm all of those things, but I'm Anthony L. Lewis, and this is real life. Guys, I'm at my real house, and you see my real name, and everything is just me. Now, with that being said, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and yesterday it was monumental because WWE RAW, that's been on USA Network, came to Netflix, and they combined forces, and so now every Monday, Raw is going to be on Netflix. And what does that mean? Well, I wanted to get with you guys who are wrestling fans, who are seeing the show, and to discuss what does that mean. This has been in the making for some years now, and we've all been waiting for this to happen. And a lot of us wondered, was this going to make the product more edgy? Like, is it going to be cursing and stuff? Is it going to go back to the Attitude Era? So it's pretty cool to finally have this episode happen. And I just want to discuss it. Now, show might not be as long as I originally thought it was going to be. Here, let me actually... I didn't post this to Facebook or anything like that. But I don't think the show is going to be as long because it was actually only 4 matches last night. So it's not too much to talk about. But I still want to discuss it, you know? Let's see. So give me a moment. Just putting this on Facebook. All right, so last night, WWE Raw went to Netflix, and it's time to get your thoughts, good or bad. All right, I think that's good enough just to put out there. Again, I apologize, guys. I had this stuff all set up, but I ended up not realizing that my intro that plays in the beginning wasn't there. So that was an issue. All right, and I don't get lately on Facebook, you'll put like a link, right? And the link won't pop up until you like kind of edit it. Ron said the OTC. All right, Ron. Well, we're gonna definitely talk about it. Let me put this on Twitter real quick. Again, I apologize that I don't have it together. Thought I had it together. That just really took me for a curve when I didn't have that set up. So my bad. Let's see. Talk to my brother. Let me send it to him. Just in case if you want to join. He doesn't really join that often, so, but he's a huge wrestling fan also. So just in case. Like I said, I'm not going to keep you guys here too long. Oh, the pizza is here. Guys, check it out. Red Baron Pizza. Let's go. That's some good stuff. All right. I think I put it out there to enough people. And let me get my guy Big Mike. He's supposed to be popping in. My brother Dave can't make it. Not a problem at all. All right. So let's do this. Let me I got a list of things I want to go over from last night. Let me move this piece to the side. I'm gonna get into it. Let me put my cowboy hat up. All right. All right. Now, let me see if this thing is done yet. All right, don't mind me, guys. This thing I was trying to do, process my, please wait while process is running. All right. Anyway, let's pull up some stuff. So, WWE on Netflix. Thanks. Now, again, this obviously is going to be spoilers. So let's just, that I'm sure we could, we all understand that, right? So if you didn't see it, this might not be what you want to tune into, right? So just saying. Let's see. So first things first, I just thought it was really cool. So let me just tell you that I've been a wrestling fan for a very, very long time, right? Been watching wrestling forever. And so it's just really cool. Really, really cool to have this happen because Netflix is such a big deal. And I think when they said that everybody could watch it at the same time, we usually take it as, yeah, WWE is global. That means everybody's watching WWE globally, but not at the same time. So anyway, Ambi's back in the building. Oh, you're talking about Hogan. We will talk about Hogan. But let me get in none other than my guy, Big Mike is in the building. So, I mean, I don't even have like words for this guy because he's just a special guy. He's like a brother to me. We did so much content together. We used to have the Big Mike Little Ant channel. And I don't know. It's just a pleasure to have him on here with me and him being a big wrestling fan as well. So, guys, give it up for none other than Big Mike from the channel One Mike Media. Mike, what's up, man?
What's good? What's good? How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Pretty good. Happy to be on here. Love to talk about wrestling. Always include, man. When it comes to wrestling, you got me back into it, man. So make sure that the fans know that, man. But definitely watched last night. Excited about the new platform. We can get into it though.
Definitely. So I pretty much wrote down all the matches, which is funny. It was only 4 matches.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about it overall. Okay, let me find out. He actually was able to make it. Said he couldn't make it. So we're bringing in somebody else. My guy, another close person to me. Guys, I'm gonna have a video soon, but he gifted me the brand new and now your mama knows knife. What I'll be using to open up my packages. The old one broke on me. and because I moved from Florida, Jersey, Florida, and I've been using a lot. And anyway, with that being said, get in none other than my brother, Dave. Let's give it up. Let's go. Dave.
Big Dave.
What's up, man?
What's good?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. I was able to, jump on because my wife got on the phone with her mom and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's dope, man. Well, I'm glad you listen. Like I said, it's not gonna be long because funny enough, not much happened, But let me just talk to you guys about it overall. As a whole, last night I think Triple H was talking, and it really made me realize when we say, we've always been saying WWE is worldwide, saying that forever, right? Yeah. But when he made the point that no, this is the first time worldwide people will be able to watch it at the same time.
Same time. That's right.
Oh wow, that hits different. You know what I mean? And even if people are sleeping, they're still good. It's still on live, right? So, what do you guys think about that, man? Just that it is legit, like global now, like at Monday Night Raw. Anyway, simultaneously.
I think it's a big step for them, and it's almost like, Vince is kind of kicking himself in the butt right now because he's like, damn, if I would have stayed clean with that, I could probably have a piece of this because he still would have been running it. So it would have been a lot of money in his pocket, but Stephanie and Triple H are reaping the benefits of that.
Vince is not kicking himself in the butt. That man worth billions. If not billions, I promise he's fine.
And Mike, I think you're a little low on my end.
Yeah, a little bit. Sound like you covered up or something.
I got you. I'm on the.
But you think about how much more. Yeah, he's worth billions or whatever. Yeah, but that's from what he made through WWE. But you look at what he could possibly be making through Netflix, because Netflix is a lot bigger than USA and Ted Turner with TNT. Like Netflix is global.
So, to your point, Dave, I wonder though, if Vince never stepped down, if he didn't have that issue, would he even have sold WWE? Because I almost feel like maybe he would.
So I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe he wouldn't even have partnered with Netflix. So it's probably better for the whole brand that he kind of did step down. So I feel like he probably want to keep everything to himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, even watching that Mr. McMahon thing on Netflix, it's like he's being caught in a lie right away almost. When they were like, "Oh yeah, nobody ever got raped and nobody ever got hurt, and this," and like, wait a minute. Then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm nothing like the character Mr. McMahon,"
Right.
But then all the rest of it was like, "Oh no, that's really him."
Now you kind of was doing that.
I'm just like, okay.
What's going on?
Is my mic any better now?
Yo, you sound great.
Okay, good. All right, I'm back.
Yeah,
no, I was just saying, like, he's 80 years old. How many more billions do he need? I mean, he's fine.
That's true.
5 years.
Well,
That's true.
I don't think there's even money with Vince. Obviously, Vince, he has money. I think probably with Vince, it's that control. Just for him, he's now to the day point. He's losing to be able to say he did that.
Now, the deal was signed with Netflix before he left, though. He was a part of that deal with Netflix. It was signed a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was a part of the signing of the Netflix deal.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I feel like, I mean, again, I don't know all this backroom stuff, but I feel like him stepping down, him having all the heat on him, I don't think he would have sold WWE, to TKO.
Probably not from the first heat. I don't know, because UFC was. I mean, UFC. I don't know it, but they were so big, and TKO owns both of them now. I think UFC dropped WWE already, and kind of like they had to get in, or like make it a whole or whatever at some point. And you know what it is? What's crazy? Not to get in the whole Vince thing, but Shane wanted to buy the UFC way back in 2000 when it was like no money. And Vince said no. So he probably mad about that, because I think it was like $1 million, some like little number back then. Whatever. Vince was like, nah, I'm believing that. And they worth more than WWE now. It's crazy.
You know what's crazy? We sometimes say like, oh man, somebody probably kicking themselves. Question is, would Shane have been able to make UFC what it is today? That's the thing, though. We never know if the person who's running it, like we'll look at today, like UFC's amazing, it's global, but would Shane be able to make it what Dana White made it? You know what I mean?
That's true. That's a good retrospect. You're
So
right.
we never know.
That's true. Yeah, definitely.
But let me say something about Netflix though itself. Like, I did like the platform. What I did was I kind of let it play for like the first 40 minutes, and then I jumped on it so I could fast forward past commercials. Because I can't stand commercials, and I've been watching a lot of commercials for so long I couldn't do it. Also, to your global point, I've been hearing that like some other countries they've been getting like they got promos instead of like commercials in certain spots.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So if you had Peacock, and when the pay-per-view come on, so I had the cheap Peacock, the $5.99.
Yeah.
If you pay for it was $10.99 or $9.99. When I watch like pay-per-views, I get commercials, but they always say if you wouldn't get commercial, you would get the promos and like the build-ups.
Right.
So pretty much, the other countries they're getting that stuff.
Yeah, because they don't get American commercials. They ain't got the same stuff, so they're getting the other stuff. So I kind of feel a little cheated with that, but besides that, I was happy though.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was cool. It was almost like I started to forget that it was only 4 matches because the matches was so long that I was just like, oh snap! Like afterwards, I was like, wow, it was only 4 matches, but the matches were long. It was like watching a pay-per-view.
It was like a it definitely felt like a pay-per-view to me because what they definitely lacked, which I feel was the down part, but I watched the press conference and everything, and I do understand that. I think what Triple H was saying is they wanted to make to show Netflix what they can do, right? But they also they noted that there's some low times in wrestling, right? Where like the storyline might be kind of silly or whatever, but it has to link up so it can add to the next week and the next week, right?
Right.
So for Netflix, I feel they just gave you that punch. They gave you the top stars, the top matchups that you would want to see, and they gave you 4 solid feuds or solid matches, and that was it. But what they left out is what we're used to on Monday Night Raw is a little backstage stuff, stories. But I think that's the stuff that us as fans, like we love that keep us going. For Netflix, I think they just was like, look, we're gonna let the Netflix audience see this like, oh wow. And all the hyping up with the Rock and Hogan, we'll definitely get into that. But so for me, I don't look at it like it was an episode of Raw. I look at it like it was the first show of Netflix, which was like a mini kind of sort of.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I go now.
Oh, I also noticed that there was a difference in the camera viewing, where it almost like, wait, what are we watching here? Because I was like, is this Monday Night Raw or is it like some some underground type wrestling thing going on, or just a bunch of people here? I'm just like, it was odd at first, but I got used to it real quick. So
yeah, I agree with you, Anthony, as far as it's like being not just a showing for Netflix, but also for like the casual viewer. They made it a big event, so they put on 4 very hyped matches. Everybody were, going to watch stuff like that.
Yeah,
took out all the backstage stuff. Like for example, next week you got Dakota Kai versus Laura Valkyrie. Nobody want to watch that show really. But this week, they made they had the big matches there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back to regular Raw like after that. Stuff like that.
Right.
I agree with that.
I want to hear what you guys think about Chelsea Green winning that belt. Because I'm gonna say real quick, I thought she was at her best in that match.
So
as far as the stuff before.
So we don't. Actually, I mean, it was only 4 matches. I'm gonna just go through it, and then we could get to all the other stuff. But let's get through the actual Raw, and definitely I want to answer that. Obi asked, "What was the ratings?" I don't know what the ratings. I didn't follow that, but Triple H said Netflix told them that they did pretty good for the first show, and that they was pleased. And what he said was now he need to figure out, because he said it was kind of deep, the stuff he got into. He said that usually something that's a good thing or a bad thing, Netflix view that differently. So he was like, we can't look at like, oh, when we see the numbers go up high and the viewings go down low. He said the Netflix look at that totally different. So it's new for them judging how a show did good or bad. But let's let me pull up the list. And so what do you guys think? I know, right? Just the format.
Can we start with the beginning of the show? With The Rock coming out and all that stuff?
Of course.
Like, what's your thoughts on The Rock opening the show? But
you already know just by the pop that he got when his music hit, the crowd went crazy. And it was just like, that's what I think they needed to get the crowd super into it, was to bring somebody that's so loved like that. I would have liked to see Stone Cold make an appearance, even though Undertaker came out later on as American Badass, but I would have loved to see Stone Cold make an appearance also.
So I don't know if this is how legit this is, but I heard the rumor was they tried to reach out to Stone Cold and they couldn't get they couldn't get an actual a deal with him. So
okay.
But kind of like WrestleMania, where they just couldn't, they couldn't.
I know. I'm like, how much do he want? Like, he keeps not coming and shit. I'm like,
that's true.
But let me ask you guys this: I talked to my brother about this earlier, and he was actually bothered because he felt The Rock didn't add to the storyline.
That's my thing. I was gonna say, but go ahead, you can go first.
So for me, I understand that The Rock wasn't there as a wrestler. The Rock was there as an executive, right?
A board member, yep.
He waved to announce to the owners of Netflix. For that, it's like what I said to my brother. I said, I don't even know if he might still wrestle. Because, for instance, right, it's like me and Mike and Dave have a company, right? But Dave still want to be the talent, right? Like he boxing. Then we go to a board meeting and Dave show up. He just had a fight. He got a black eye and all that. We're like, hey, bro, listen, man. I know you got a suit on and all that, but you all beat up. I feel like The Rock came out as an executive. He was just like, I'm going to do as little as I can to be a part of this thing. But at the end of the day, like, I rub elbows with the big people. And, like, I don't think he wanted them to see him as a wrestler that night. That's my thoughts.
I can agree with that. Because he didn't even come out with his regular sunglasses.
Real quick, it does kind of hurt storyline. I mean, now we know WWE is good for acting like something never happened, but it does feel like, hey, wait, man, I thought you and Cody wasn't even cool, But again, I feel like this Trump storyline. This is more about, hey, this is us moving to Netflix, and I got to step in this role, So that was my thoughts. What do you guys think about that? As far as
Mike.
Like as far as The Rock coming out, like, do you feel like you wish he would have like it was part of the storyline, that we were used to, or are you okay with the fact that all he did was come out, pretty much announce, and we'll get into the whole Roman Reigns thing?
No, I think that was perfect how he did it, because like you said, it was more of a business thing of him coming out. It wasn't a wrestling thing. So he pretty much, despite the Versace vest and all that other stuff, and he didn't have the sunglasses that he usually wears and all that. He had the sunglasses we could actually see his eyes.
Scruffy too.
It was more of a business thing. Like you said, he said hi to all the owners of Netflix and all that other stuff that was sitting there in the front row, and it was right on point. You know what I'm saying? Like he did everything that he was supposed to do. I mean, he did talk a little bit of junk to Cody Rhodes, but it wasn't nothing like it
Yeah.
before. Like you could tell it wasn't really scripted like it was before because
Mhm.
before it was like, yo, the last time I saw you, you smacked me in the face, or I smacked you in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like this was more of a kayfabe type thing. So they put the script aside and said, you know what? Let's keep it more real than anything, and we'll go from here.
Yeah, because think about it. Cody Rhodes is like the flagship guy. So The Rock
Hmm.
coming out on day one, there might be people that's going to tune in. They don't know
Hmm.
who the hell Cody Rhodes is, but they know who The Rock is. So Rock give you a good rub, like come out and say, "Oh, Cody Rhodes, you're the quarterback." Because when he first came out and said, "You put this company on your back for a year," I thought he
Hmm.
was talking about Triple H. I
Ah.
thought, yeah, he was. I was like, yeah, I mean Triple H, the era of Triple H, and then he said Cody Rhodes. I'm like, oh wait, he's being nice to
Hmm.
Cody Rhodes, and I realized, oh
Yeah.
wait, this is business. This you got to
Right. Right.
for the people who don't know who Cody is, for The Rock to be able to say on Netflix that he's the guy, then you can be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, The Rock said. So let's say you want to start watching. You're like, you know what? I heard Raw was gonna come on Netflix. I'm gonna start watching. Let me tune in.
Hmm.
For
Hmm.
you to hear Rock say that's the guy, and he's standing there with a suit on, that's a good look. Mike, I don't know if you're still there, but I think
Yeah.
you're screaming further.
Oh, he went off. Get back on.
Mm-hmm. So I wasn't bothered by The Rock not keeping up with the storyline and all that. It was okay for me. Let me get to the comments. Let me see. Obi said Green needed the belt. I will still stand for a no Chelsea slander here. We're definitely gonna get to that. I'm glad Dave brought it up. And Mike is back. I think the 4 matches were the main storylines to get the newer people in. He said, I agree. I think I was like, oh boy,
Okay.
he's starting a Rock storyline, final boss, but then he started shouting out those X.
Yeah, I want to give my take on the Rock thing too.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so I agree with y'all. He came out more like the Wayne Johnson,
Hmm.
executive of the board for TKO, more than the Rock, or especially not the final boss. And if you listen,
Yeah.
you never heard Michael Cole or McAfee call final boss not one time. So
That's
they were
right.
probably
That's right.
instructed by Triple H, don't call him the final
Probably.
boss.
Yep.
I agree.
And because they never said it not once. So I feel
Hmm.
like that it was something they wanted to show to the world, to viewers who are not normal wrestling fans.
Hmm.
But the problem is the normal wrestling fans, like your boy here, was expecting to further the storyline.
Right.
And I feel like when you're trying to promote to regular and not regular, it's kind of hard sometimes. Now, the issue is that he can't go back to the Cody Rhodes storyline no more. The Roman line is still there, but the way he put over Cody, and then after the show, if you saw they were like having drinks in the back together and stuff like that, they can't
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
to hating each other no
And
more.
that's exactly what I told my brother. I said, dude, I think he
Yeah.
might be done with it.
Yeah, he done with
It's
this Cody
possible.
part. He done with the Cody thing. That's over. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it was too much of like love, and we did a lot together,
Yeah.
but it was too
Love and
much.
respect.
You
Yeah.
can't go back now. It's over. And even Mama Rose, he was like, "Yo, tell your mom I said hi." Then the back,
But
he was go ahead.
But now think about it. The last time Rock was in the ring with Cody Rhodes, it was a little awkward. It actually wasn't hate, and he literally said, "Cody, you broke my heart."
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
so it wasn't. So it almost like they kind of hashed out on storyline. Again, people didn't like that segment,
yeah.
but that was the last time they was in the ring together, and it was awkwardly like, okay, you don't hate each other. So maybe they could weave their way back into it, but I almost feel like The Rock got bigger things being behind the scenes. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
again,
Absolutely.
if he wants to be like higher level, right? Why would you still be wrestling? You know what I mean? Like, look at Triple H. Triple H eventually had to say, all right. I mean, granted, his heart was messed up, but
yeah.
–
And think about that final boss character. Like, he talks mad shit to the fans. He called them crackheads. He can't do that on the first episode of Netflix. They're trying to bring a
No.
new
No. No. No.
audience. You can't be like,
Yeah.
crappy,
Yeah.
but you can't do that. I'm just saying,
Definitely not.
It's just so
Definitely
not The
not.
Rock because he's so beloved, and they were in Los Angeles
Mhm.
where he make all his movies at. There's no way
Yep.
he could have
Yep.
came out there talking bad about those people. It's not possible. I mean, you
Those
got to think
are a
about
bunch of people that make him rich. Like,
yeah.
no, you can't do it.
Nah, if it was like a regular heel, yeah, but the final boss be going
Yeah.
in. Whatever.
Yo, I forgot he
Yeah.
called them crackheads.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah. All they did was mention the belt that was given to him by Muhammad Ali's widow.
Yeah, that's
And they
it.
didn't even say that's the final boss belt. They just said that's the people champion belt.
They never said the word final boss at all, and that
Mhm.
tells me because they be in their ear throughout the show. That tells me they say, "Yo, don't
They
call
Yeah.
him
wanted,
final boss."
they wanted to separate that.
Yeah, they did. So for that part, I know you'll get to the matches too. We'll get back to the Rock later on. But for that, I understood it. But I do feel like I would have wanted more, but I get it. Put it like that. So
Yeah. So let's move on. Here, let's switch this up, and let's throw this on here. Bam. So, first match of the night, which is kind of dope. They opened the show up with the tribal combat matches.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
makes sense, right? I definitely didn't want to
Like
see this
that.
at the end, right? Because first of all, it is Raw, and Roman
Uh-huh.
technically isn't on Raw, right? So it didn't make sense for this to close out the show. Um,
Hmm.
So as a tribal combat match, meaning no rules, Roman versus Solo, the winner gets the Ulafala. Man, they had a good match. I think Solo did his thing, Roman did his thing. Roman looks great. I was laughing at my boy
Hmm.
Seth. I'm like, damn, what is they having dadbod.com match? Like CM Punk. I was like, Roman looked amazing. What happened to CrossFit Jesus? But we'll get to that. But Roman came out, looked amazing. They had a good match. They was wrestling for a minute before any shenanigans. I was like, are they
Right.
gonna go
Right.
without any shenanigans? My thing
Yeah.
that was weird, I was like, hey yo, why did Kevin Owens run out? So I get him and Cody, but I felt like Kevin running out to help Solo. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And then that pulled Cody out and blah blah blah. Now what I heard, I'm gonna let you guys jump in. My brother said he heard some rumor. Again, the rumors drive me crazy because you never know what's real, and what you put out there, you would look at
Hmm.
things that could not be. But he said he heard a rumor that they might have a faction where it would be Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Drew. They all hate like Roman so bad. But I don't know if that's a thing. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a weird placement to have Owens come out to help. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the match and all of that?
I think it had a lot to do with the fact that Kevin Owens still has a lot of bad blood with the bloodline. He's always talking bad about the bloodline and this, that, and third, but then it's like, how you gonna like help one bloodline beat another bloodline? And I'm like, it's like it makes no sense to me. So I feel what you're saying, and like I didn't understand when Kevin Owens came out because when I'm watching it and he came out, I was like, oh come on, because I thought that he was really gonna help Solo win. And I was like, nah, this can't end like this. This is corny. The first show on Netflix and they're gonna do this. So I was happy that Roman won.
Mhm.
Of course, you know that's my boy.
Yeah.
I know that's your boy, so it's biased. But no, I mean, I was hoping that he won because. Oh, go ahead, Mike. I'll get into that.
I think first of all, the tribal tribal combat,
Combat,
whatever.
yeah.
They all end the
Yeah,
same. They're all super overbooked with matches coming out on every joint. So
I
that's what we
agree.
expect.
I agree.
With Kevin, I guess the story is remember his whole reason for being mad at Cody is because Cody teamed up with Roman in the first place. So I guess he
Right,
still
right.
hates Roman, supposedly. But I think it was a way to bring Cody Rhodes out because it was Netflix. Because Cody the
Right.
champion,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. But it did seem like a little out of place. I agree with you on that. I thought Solo did well, in the first.
Yeah.
I know he lost, but I thought he actually did perform well. So he's gotten better and better than me. It's the best I've actually seen him look in a long time. Roman did his thing. I don't know much to say. Like, I knew he was going to win, and now they're doing like a ceremony on the January 27th for Raw, like a tribal chief acknowledgement ceremony. So
Mm.
Roman will be back on Raw on that day. But Also, the day the 2K come out for you, Anthony, as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no, it was a good match. Paul Heyman. He did his thing. I like Jacob came out, and and the rest of them. So it was what I expected it to be. I was not surprised at all. So.
I knew Jey was coming out because he had a match later on. I knew that. Though.
Yeah.
Right.
When Jacob botched that little piece of the match right there, and he kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I did.
It's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Then he jumped right back into it. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Plus, it's kind of like Anthony. Kind of like Jey can't come out. I mean, he can, but now like they got the numbers now, so to make it even, they can leave Jey, by himself or whatever again. So.
Yeah. Now let me ask you guys this: what do you want to see from now? Roman is the tribal chief again. What do you want to see from them, and what do you want to see from the new bloodline?
Zilla Fatu. That's what I want to see.
Okay. So my booking is that. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm saying I want them to hurry up and bring Zilla because Jacob is he's skyrocketing right now. It's getting to the point where it's just like, this guy could actually fight for a belt so fast, and he's becoming so popular that I'm just like, he even got the crowd saying, "I love you, Solo," and I'm just like, it's getting crazy. So, I mean, they've had interviews with Zilla, and Zilla's like, "Look, I got to go with my tribal chief, and that's Roman Reigns. I got to go with Roman Reigns, even though my boy Jacob, because they came up in the Indies together, but Jacob, he bypassed Zilla when it comes to experience in the ring. So, but that's what I would like to see. I would like to see that. Like, we've been waiting for so long. Like, bring Zilla. I want to see him like get down and whoop Solo ass because Solo stole Zilla's father's Samoan Spike and show the whole world how you do the little variations of the Samoan Spike.
I think that that you're gonna wind up seeing Jacob and Solo having a beef. Probably because Solo lost down the line. But Roman, though, I don't know, bro. I know you're talking about having Roman versus Punk at Mania some kind of way, and I could see that going down. I don't know what to do with him because Roman's now a babyface. So a babyface faction is kind of whack. Like a faction is better when they're heels. So I don't know how, because Sammy's over, Jay's super over. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. So and Jay needs another a singles title too on his own because Jay's super duper over. So I don't really know where they go from with the whole bloodline stuff right now.
But you see how Roman was trying to hide his babyface character from the crowd because he was smiling like crazy. Then he tried to like gather himself and make his face real serious at times, and it's like, wait a minute, which one it gonna be? Like, you can't be a heel because Solo's a heel, so you would probably be that bad guy that goes against bad guys, So I don't know.
Yeah, but Sammy and Jay are like baby faces though, so it's hard.
It's true. It's true.
What I think they should do. All right, so first starting off with the original bloodline.
Right.
I just think he should disperse them. I think they should get together. He should say, he should say, guys, let's get together. He should say, look, I got the Ulafala back. Jay, look how great you're doing. Sammy, you beat Gunther. You went on a tear. Jimmy, you're getting loved again by everybody. I think it should be like, I think this is time where we just go our own ways. We'll never forget what we had. And I feel like they could be like, oh, Roman got beef, some whole different group trying to jump him, and then Sammy might run through and it just be like, oh snap, that's right. But I think the bloodline to me is done now. Maybe Solo and them should keep the bloodline story, right? Where they're just a NWO kind of. They're a group called the Bloodline. We'll know where it started, and then they're just the bad, mean dudes, and they beat people up and whatever. But I feel like they kind of, and maybe they will, because Roman, I got a feeling Roman's going to go to Raw. So I feel like get Roman and Solo away from each other.
Yeah.
And then just let the bloodline, the new bloodline, just be like that'll be their name, but then they just heels, right? And they just do heelish stuff, and they're a little faction. You know what I mean? Same thing as not to down them so much, but same thing as Garza and them. What do they call themselves?
Legado del Fantasma.
Exactly. So, you know what I mean? Just be another heel faction. But that's what I think should happen with the old bloodline and the new bloodline.
I kind of agree. I think the old bloodline is, like I said, they're so popular, so over, hard to be heels now. You know, hard to be together because they look how much money and merchandise Jey generated by himself. It's hard to be.
And not for nothing. Let's be clear. Jey being with Roman is weird. He's starting to step on Roman toes.
Right.
A little bit. A little bit. Yeah.
Like if they want Roman to be Roman again, they almost got to screw Jey. And they got Jey as a star. You know what I mean? Like when Jey was getting hot, I was like, oh, Jey's kind of getting on that level of he's getting on the level of He's past LA Knight. And I feel like WWE knows, like when a star is there, they got to work with him on the mic, but that's like his character though.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I was happy to see, Jimmy come out and yeet with his brother and all that other stuff. That was cool. Jimmy's always been my favorite. He's always been my favorite out of the twins. But Jey obviously, Jimmy got personal things going on and all that stuff, but Jay's always been the one that's on point. Jimmy just,
I think
he was always my favorite.
I think Jimmy should get like a U.S. title run at some point by the end of the year. So I think it's time for Jimmy to get a single title on his own.
So it's funny because when they was both twins, which they still are twins, but when I couldn't tell them apart, I'd end up liking Jey more because he was the one that got in shape. I was like, oh, the one twin looked different, like he got in shape. And then Total Divas came out, and I like the underdog. Total Divas, it was all about Jimmy. Jimmy just, Jimmy was like that guy. And I was like, it made me like Jey more. And so when Jimmy got injured and Jey got the whole right-hand man thing, I was like, that's what's up because that was the Uso that I actually liked. So, but I always felt that Jey was so... Jimmy is so outspoken and charismatic, but now it's like he got to get himself out of that hole because the worst thing he did was when everybody left and he stayed with Roman. He was just like the little D boy walking behind Roman. He got to try to get out of that. So, and I don't think the Big Jim thing. I don't like it. Like Big Jim, he needed a better name.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Roman started that.
They got crazy.
Moving forward, how you felt about the Rock and the Ulafala giving it to Roman?
Oh yeah. Damn, my bad.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, that definitely was
cool.
Here's the thing. They mentioned that now Rock is being called High Chief something.
Yeah.
Like, so, because when you think about it, both of the Chiefs passed away now. So, that's for their family. They kind of do need a High Chief. And actually, to be honest, maybe it's time for Rock to stop. Like, it's like, bro, you're either going to be the Rock, you're either going to be the High Chief, you're either going to be the board of directors. Like, what are you doing here?
Which one?
Yeah. So it's kind of like he might have to step, and he was done wrestling anyway.
Yeah.
Now, will we ever get the Roman and him match? I feel I don't need it. That was just a hype match.
I'm okay with them being just family and being like together.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because that's what it was about. That's what the High Chief, because The Rock is the High Chief of Samoa. And I don't know if you guys saw the video, but there's a video of the ceremony that they had when he was placed as the High Chief of Samoa, and it was that to me is like, like Black Dragon just said, Rock been High Chief since 2004, but it's true. They showed the actual ceremony of it happening, and I know the person that appointed him as the High Chief, he passed away now. So my thing is like, Roman is a 100% Samoan. The Rock is not. So I don't understand how they put The Rock at a higher position in the island of Samoa.
I think it's just seniority. It's not bloodline. It's in his heritage because of his mom. I think it's just seniority. He's just older than Roman. He's been around longer than Roman, so it wouldn't make sense for.
That could be true. That could be
Yeah,
true.
High Chief is more like elder. You know what I mean? So High Chief is more like. Yeah, so it's no disrespect to Roman. Roman wouldn't be the high. Like I look at the High Chief as you're not wrestling anymore when you're the High Chief. You're the guy that's going to put the Ula Fala on somebody, which was perfect that he did it, right? You're the person that's going to be like, they have a tribal combat match and you standing at the ramp. Like, remember when the two brothers did it, right? So I feel like if Rock goes in that role, he really should just step back and be in that role. I want to say what's up to my guy, Black Dragon. That's actually a buddy of mine that I personally know from high school and everything. Dave, you met him a couple times too when he came to the church. But he said Roman isn't 100. Oh, he said Roman isn't 100%.
He's not. His mom was white, Dave.
I'm sorry, then.
Roman's mom is a white blonde lady. It's not.
Okay. Forgive me.
Only one
I never knew that either.
Jey and Jimmy are 100% Samoan.
Okay. Yeah, but then Anthony, remember The Rock's grandfather? He was wrestling as the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
Right.
I don't know if that was just a character or whatever it was, but he actually did. He's a blood brother of the Samoans.
Correct.
Of the AndNowYourMommaKnows family. He's a blood brother. So they actually did the old school, cut the hand type joint and then handshake so that blood mixes and all that. I was like, yeah, that's kind of crazy because I'm not cutting my hand for nobody. That's including you, Anthony. I love you to death, but I'm not cutting my hand to be no blood brother with you. We can, nah. But I found out that
Hey Dave, you sent me this knife. You don't want me to take the knife and just, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you want me to do it?
You gonna stab your hand? Yeah, but I'm not stabbing mine, so how we gonna be blood brothers?
Then I'm gonna mail some blood to you and you gotta put it on your hand. You know what I mean?
but I just found out that my mom and my two aunts did that, and they're not even my blood aunts, but I was raised by them. But my mom and my blood aunts did that when they were younger, and I just found that out. And I said, "Oh my God, y'all crazy!"
You know what the thing is? At the end of the day, it's symbolism, right? It just symbolizes that you have a very strong bond, or you're looking to obtain a very strong bond, right? So then me and Mike could do it. Me and Black Dragon, anybody could. You could just say, "Look, this is it's like a strong handshake." They used to say, the only thing a man have is his handshake, right? You're looking at your eyes, I shake your hand. So it's kind of like you're going that extra step. Look, we're gonna do blood to blood. You know what I mean? But it's like it doesn't mean anything extra. Like now our blood is gonna make us the same, bloodline. It's just like it's a very strong bond. But anyway, let's I think we're pretty much done with that. I mean, The Rock, giving the Ula follows perfect, right? Who else?
You know what's funny? I was going to say one more thing, Anthony. It's funny because my ex-girlfriend, I had her watch wrestling, right, for the first time. It's funny what Dave said. So she saw the bloodline come out, and she instantly said, he must not be 100% Samoan because he looked like his mom is white to Roman. She saw it right away compared to Jimmy and Jay. So
what?
So I'm like, she must got different eyes. Women must got different eyes than that one.
Yeah, because I don't see no white in him at all.
Yeah, me neither.
She saw it. She was like, yo, he's not as dark as them. Like, it's different features.
What?
I'm telling you. She didn't watch wrestling.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen, she got a good eye.
Yeah.
Definitely do. Like when Roman and Rock were standing next to each other, I was like, man, look at their facial features. They got like the same nose, draw structure. You know what I mean? But
and then I was looking at it like, damn, that means Roman Reigns is my height because The Rock had a little bit over him, so The Rock will have a little bit over me because he's 6'5", and so that means Roman Reigns is about my height. I said, oh wow, I thought he would be a lot taller. I'm sorry.
Roman?
Okay. Let's switch gears. And you know what time it is? Avenue! All right, listen, man.
Oh God.
This friendly John Cena, like I know he's trying to make us think so bad that he's not going to go for the title. He won't win, and I don't know if he will. But I was loving it because I know before he did a press conference, like, listen, I can't go bad. The fans gonna see through it. I can't do this. I can't do that. I just want you to come with me on a ride to the end. I hear you, but I was like, when he got a little more amped up, he's like, you know what? If this is what you guys want, then I'm going to roll. I was like, I was screaming. That was my best part of the whole night because
I wish.
Cena's never been my guy, but I respect him so much for the longevity he's had, how he was on top for so long, and like I'm a Cena fan, but he's never been like one of my favorite wrestlers. But I'm a big fan, and if I could actually meet one wrestler, it would be John Cena, which is crazy because Stone Cold is my favorite wrestler. But I actually want to meet I would want to meet Cena. But with all that being said, I was excited. I was screaming. I was like, ah! Like, me personally, I want to see Cena win the Royal Rumble, go to WrestleMania, win the title, be number 17. Because I was talking about it earlier with my brother. I was like, I'll say this. The cool thing is they've been trying to redo all these records. Honky Tonk Man record got beat. Roman almost wasn't gonna beat Hogan, but was getting there, like beat all these people, right? So I feel like all these records being shattered, right? Dude, why not have John Cena? He's retiring, have 17, and eventually maybe Randy might do it because he's sitting at 14. But it gives some younger people like the new, like, 17 is the new thing, where Ric Flair had 16 forever. So it'd be kind of cool if, like, John's that number is 17. Oh, who got 17? John Cena. You'd be like, okay, I see that. Like, anyway, go ahead. What you got to say, Mike?
I mean, first of all, he don't look good, bro. He look like he on Ozempic or something like that. Though. He look like he lost mad weight.
His arms was and he must have been definitely, because I will say most of the other times I've seen him, I was like, man, Cena, it sucks. He's getting smaller. He made sure his shirt was a little bit tighter, but I'm like, damn, his arms are big. Last night, he was like, he made sure he kept the cap on. You ain't see the balls. I thought last night was a good look for him.
I think. Well, I guess I'm looking at the old Cena compared to now. He don't look great to me, honestly. But, okay, to each his own. But we're gonna see how he is in the ring. Like, lately in the ring, he don't look good to me. He just look like, his stamina not there and stuff like that. But we'll see. I love to see him in the Royal Rumble. I agree with you. It's probably time to just change the record. It'd be dope because if Ric Flair was there, something like that, I think that'd be pretty cool. Right. If it did happen. Randy, I don't know. Younger stars, I don't see it because now Triple H like these long title reigns. What benefited was he'll lose the title to Edge one month. Next month he'll win it back. So it was like all these like short title reigns, not like Roman. So how allowed him to get to 16 really, really fast. But I don't feel like it'll happen no more. Triple H like these long, drawn out title reigns. So
it ain't no hardcore title. Or the 24/7 title.
A long time. I wouldn't mind his one last run. I don't know if I like. What's crazy? Like, it's talking about him and Cody for Mania. Two very over the top white meat baby faces. I guess like a Hogan and Warrior type thing from back in the day. I don't know how much I like that. But even like The Rock and Stone Cold, they both were like heelish. And they were kind of like baby faces, so they kind of like towed the line a little. These two are like straight up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but let me ask you this. Yeah, I think it'd be dope though. So I wouldn't want to see him do Cody, but if he did, I think it will be dope. One or two ways. If you have super baby faces and one of them turn heel, whether Cena said he never gonna do it, or Cody super baby face and Cody turn. Because that would be the payoff, right? You get a new record, 17, and get it to Cena, and then whether Cena turned because maybe Cena had to cheat, and be like, whoa, Cena legitimate. And I'm talking about cheat. I'm talking about holding tight with your feet on the rope. Like, I'm talking about so dirty, or the low blow, hold your tights and feet on the rope. I want it all, right? or Cody do it, one or the other. But
Cody, it's too late for Cena to go heel at this point. He almost done, so I doubt that.
You're right.
But to be cool, honestly, I would rather see him beat Gunther, who's just like crazy, big bohemian guy that nobody can beat. For him, like overcome that to beat him, that might be more intriguing than me than him and Cody, to be honest with you. But
you know
I'm
what?
here for this last time.
It will be reminiscent of, remember when Cena fought Brock?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't talking about numbers or anything, but when Brock came back and Brock just couldn't be beat, that match was like Rocky. It was like no way in hell Cena was going to beat him. And at the very end, I think he hit him with the steps, and then it was like, yo. And when he won, I was like, oh, like you was like, bro, he's not beating him. So yeah, I guess build it up. Got to go against Gunther. Gunther just dumping everybody back on his A game. And but anyway, let me ask you guys this: do you have a problem with Cena breaking the record? Like, is that okay with you guys?
I say no. I say no. I'm sorry, Mike, but I say I don't want to see John Cena break the record. That's just me, because I look at all those people in that line of let's say all the people that have held the title for a long time. That Roman is now in fourth place. You look at all the different people that was on that list besides Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was just like John Cena. He had 4 moves and that was it. I don't think that the popularity of John Cena is enough. Me personally, that's just me. The rest of the world could think different.
You mean now?
I think ever. I think ever. That's
Bro,
just me.
You realize John Cena? I don't know another wrestler that was on top as long as John Cena. Like, are you serious? You watch? Like, are you serious? Right? You say ever?
I mean, John Cena is the Sting of the WWE, because John Cena is what Sting was in WCW, where he never turned bad. He always was the top guy, whether he had a belt or not. That's just how it was. Sting was that dude back in the day.
Okay, so I don't.
That's why I said just for me. For me.
No, I got you. I'm just saying, as far as like watching wrestling, like Sting definitely was that guy. All right, baby, when Sting had the box fade. All right, let's take it there. When Sting had the box fade, he was like the Hogan of WCW.
Of WCW,
yeah, he was. But I feel like him being on top, it wasn't like Cena was on top for such a long and prominently on top. Like, it was clear that he is the top guy. Period.
I think that was, but see, two things. One, Sting did join the Four Horsemen at one point and NWO, so he did kind of have a little bit of heel. So to go back to Cena, I feel like that's the problem, though. I feel like that Cena, he was a top guy, but I feel like WWE did him disservice by never letting him turn heel for at least a little bit and then come back to babyface. And I feel like that's why they feel like he do it. Probably like, got tired of this dude. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but when Sting joined the NWO, that was when the Wolfpack was almost like the babyface version of the NWO.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Nash, he became the leader of the babyface version, and that's what the Wolfpack was of the NWO.
Wolfpack. But for Cena, to your question, Anthony, at this point, bro, like, I love Ric Flair. He's in my Rushmore.
Absolutely.
But at this point, Cena's a WWE guy through and through. Ric Flair more of a WCW guy, to be honest with you.
Right.
And WWE guy. So I could see them saying,
he was even in TNA.
Yeah. I could see them saying Cena should have this record. And I wouldn't mind. And I think the funny thing about me with Cena is I done grown like Cena more outside of wrestling than I have inside of wrestling. Right. So it kind of makes me like him more inside of wrestling because I like them, with the Peacemaker and all the other stuff that he does and whatnot. So,
what's cool is I think so I'm big on characters, right? I'm obviously big on the anti-wrestling of wrestling, right? Like, if you could be a great wrestler, cool. And trust me, when I was younger, I loved Bret Hart, technical wrestler. I love wrestling, but I love the E, right? The entertainment. And I used to be one of the people booing John, like when I didn't like Roman. I was there. My brother used to like John. I was like, boo, like John for little kids. But what's cool is I respect him as the package of a wrestler, right? Like, he embodies, like, dude, he's bigger than life. He had his different transitions, switching characters from, Thugonomics to the super good guy. Like, I feel like his reign, his time in wrestling is like he's kind of the modern day Hulk Hogan. And for me, I just appreciate him as his character as a wrestler, and to see he transition into movies and all that stuff, as you know they do when it gets super popular. So I just feel like, man, give it to Cena, have a new record. Like, it's nothing against Rick, you know what I mean? Like, Rick is always going to be Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game. Everybody's always going to say, woo! Like, Rick, it ain't taking nothing away from Rick. And look how long, if somebody did break it, it took them to break it. You know what I mean? But I think also one thing I will say, I think what's cool that Mike alluded to, at least his 17 would be from WWE. Rick's 16 isn't all from WWE. That's from all over.
That's everywhere.
Yeah.
I agree.
And about the Hogan thing, that's what goes back to me. Like, that's why I still got Hogan over Cena, only because what Hogan did with the NWO is like he went from the America's sweetheart to a hated man, and was still
the most hated guy in wrestling.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he wasn't America's guy because at the time people was booing him. So it was just being,
Yeah, but it still was crazy that guy would turn heel.
No, that's true. Like, still in the history of wrestling, dude, goes down in one of those most memorable moments. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, and that just shows that who Hogan was to everybody who watched wrestling. And when he did that, it's just like,
mind blowing.
You had some people that stopped watching wrestling.
But not only did he do it though, but after he did it, he carried. He kept carrying the heel character.
He did it well.
For years after that,
he did it well.
Cena's have done that. Like Roman kind of did it too with this.
The
tribal chief stuff. Like he was a super big.
Yeah. We definitely gonna get into it, but after last night, Hogan might want to be Hollywood again.
Go ahead.
But we'll leave that alone. Anyway, you guys got anything else with John Cena?
I don't want him to win the Royal Rumble.
Okay,
no, me either.
It's come right in and win it. Maybe elimination chamber, maybe or something like that. But
depending on who's in it.
Right, but to come right in and win the whole Rumble after these guys been here for a year, I don't like that, to me personally.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think also the better story, right? So here, let me ask you guys this. Do you think it would be better for Cena to come back, win the Royal Rumble? Because we know he's going to be here for about a year, right? Win the Royal Rumble, get the title right away, and then have a whole, like, his storyline is him having the title and eventually he lose and retire, or it's like, man, he's having matches, he's on a winning streak, but he can't get the big one, and before he goes, he win the big one. Like, what would be a better a thing?
I think he should. I don't know. I think I'm more thinking he should win at SummerSlam than WrestleMania. To be honest with you. Because if he win at WrestleMania, then what, right? You got a whole 7 months left in the year.
Yeah.
Do he hold it for the whole time? I doubt that because they got so many stars they got to build up. They need their own titles. Do he lose it right away? I think he should win it more close to the end of the year. Almost only got 2 more months left. Maybe SummerSlam or Survivor Series, and he finally gets it, and then he loses it back. Maybe a month later or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But WrestleMania, I don't want to see put like this. I don't want to see Cena as a champion for the rest of the year. No, I don't want that at all.
No.
Yeah. So.
And I'm a legit John Cena hater. I never liked him. Never. Even when he was Thugonomics and all that other stuff, I was like, this who the heck is this prototype guy? To do that to Kurt Angle, I'm like, Kurt Angle would destroy him in a real life fight. How could they even put that in the storyline? Who is this Joker? He's wearing these little bitty shorts and all that stuff, like The Rock said, looking like a box of Fruity Pebbles. But it's just I don't know. I'm actually glad that this is his last year because I'm getting too old to be watching a dude like John Cena keep coming out. I think the song to me is whack. I mean, it's just everything about him has been whack.
You're a real hater, bro.
Yeah, you're a real hater.
Yo, how he got a group like MOP on his song and he's just that corny. I'm like, come on, man, I can't do it.
Dave, to Anthony's point though, I think the beginning, the Thugonomics part, he wasn't as corny. He got cornier as time went along.
Correct.
And then he never like switched back. Is the problem.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, I think they realized. So the thing is, here's the reality of it, and that's why Roman and Jey would be an issue. The thing is, WWE is about making money, right? Making a name. Jay's merchandise is crazy, right? So you can't be underneath Roman like the little D boy anymore. Back to that point, John, it was a point where his merchandise was crazy. So he couldn't go back to economics, right? Because it was like, hey, yo, you're doing the Make-A-Wish foundations, you got kids with the wristbands, and like you're gonna lose money. No, like this is a business thing at this point. We can't allow your character to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't allow you to go back. So now Hogan was kind of like washed up when he went bad. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Like, okay, so I think it was more of a Vince thing. I think Triple H would have been okay with him switching and coming back.
Yeah.
Even when Hogan left WWE, he was still that same. Hogan left WWE still as a babyface. Like Vince,
but make no mistake, Hogan was washed up at that point. Like no, Hogan wasn't the Hogan.
He wasn't washed up, bro.
He wasn't washed up yet.
Hold on.
Bro, Hogan was still getting booed. Hogan wasn't like.
Let me finish. The problem was what we're talking about. He asked Vince after the Warrior match, yo, this would be a good chance for me to turn heel on Warrior. Vince said, no, you can never be a heel. Well, as long as you're here. He would have been fine at the switch at that point. Vince never let him turn heel. Vince was gonna let him.
I agree with you. I'm just saying when Hogan turned heel, Hogan wasn't the super popular dude anymore. Hogan
because he stayed babyface so long. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Hogan still Hogan. Oh yeah, I'm just saying the facts. I don't care what you know. What I mean, I'm just saying the facts was Hogan was.
Same thing happened to Cena. People got tired of this shit. Same thing happened to Hogan. Like tired. Like Hogan wasn't wrong when he told Vince that shit. Vince was just like, yo, and he did the same thing to Cena. Cena said before too, I would have turned heel, but Vince like, no,
Cena said he had the music made up and everything, outfit the whole night. Yeah,
you're right. The money's the point. You're right about that. Yeah.
Let me get to the chat. So real quick, Goon said I think there will be another match between Seth and Punk. We're gonna get to that. Morgan will get her title back. We'll get to that. Jacob Fatu is going to be the breakout star we need, just like how I know Roman was going to be the breakout of the Shield. I don't know about that. So I thought it was going to be the breakout of the Shield, and Seth kind of was, but then Roman eventually Roman got over, so that's dope. Goon said, man, wouldn't it be crazy if John Cena in the Royal Rumble and then Brock come out and screw John and they have a rematch for SummerSlam? That'd be kind of dope. Cena turning heel this late in his career is like whipping your first it will make so it's kind of like Hogan though, right? I think that's the point we made though. It worked for Hogan. Now the only problem is Cena literally is leaving. I think Mike said it best. What will be the point, bro? You about to be out. Just go out on the high horse. You're the baby face. Obi said The Rock just pulled up NXT, and Rock said last night he was on NXT. And said Cena has always been one-dimensional to me. All right, so guys, let's move on. But
let me say something real quick.
Okay.
One of the reasons why Hogan turning heel worked so much is because he had the outsiders with him.
True.
Because he had two guys that on paper kind of turned their back on Vince McMahon, which they didn't really. They were trying to make it like, oh, they're still under contract when they really weren't under contract no more with WWE, and that's the reason why they left. But that's one of the reasons why it worked so well for Hogan was because he had the outsiders with him.
And not to mention, Dave, the fact that he did it to Macho Man. It just sweetened the pot. Yeah. It was like, bro, you did that to Macho Man? Oh, man.
Yeah. And don't forget, Dusty Rhodes was doing commentary, and he was happy as hell when he saw Hulk Hogan coming out that night. And he was like, get him, Hulkster, get him, Hulkster. And Bobby Heenan was like, something's going to happen. I'm telling you. And when he leg dropped Macho Man Bobby Heenan was like, I told you, you can't trust Hogan. I told you.
Man,
It's a cool factor. Like if you listen to every like wrestler, it's a cool factor in being a heel. Even Roman now, like
Oh yeah.
when he switched to the tribal chief stuff, like it's just this coolness about it. I
Hmm.
feel like that. Baby face. Even though Cody's super over, bro, but they were tired of him too at some point. Like I think
they
he's
were.
Eventually.
out of that whole face stuff eventually. But for John, this is last year. He already said when he said he done,
Yeah.
and he can win the title, go out on a high note. I'm going to SummerSlam this year, so at
Okay.
MetLife Stadium. So I would love to
All
see
right.
it. You know what I mean? Happy because the record, me I saw in person. I could like John, but it's the record I saw in person, and
Right.
see what happens.
That's
He
dope,
got,
man.
John Cena is literally like the white Steve Harvey. He got so many things going on right now. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like everywhere
Well,
you see
let's
or
definitely
hear is like John Cena.
let's definitely shift gears because we could be on Cena for a minute. All we gotta do is bring up Peacekeeper or Maker or whatever. But guys, let's bring up this. So Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan, and man, she got her title back.
Hmm.
I think they did a good job at the match. Had a little bit of shenanigans. What I didn't expect, I'm just going all in right now. I didn't expect is them to have, because I don't know how they're going to recover from this, right? I didn't expect them to have Dom get in the ring and put his hands out. Now, I
Yeah.
was thinking that as like more to save face and congratulate her. But then they were like, oh, when Dom tried to get his girl back in front of Liv, and I was like, well, I ain't taking that way, but I guess it could be looked like that. So I was like, so what does this have for Monday with Liv and Dom and the Judgment Day? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think Rhea Ripley, it's time for her to get it back. It sucks that she got
Hmm.
injured because, like she said, she had it for like 300 and something days and never lost
Hmm.
it. I hate when that happens because I mean, she never even got a chance to say, "Well, somebody beat me," even if they screwed
Right.
her, in a dirty roll up or something like that, or cheated her. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I thought the way they did it, it all worked for me. I was good. And one thing Netflix Raw did last night, Wyatt Mina did not felt like an actual episode of Raw, but it definitely made me want to see the next episode of Raw.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
So,
I
what's your
agree.
thoughts, Dave?
I mean, I'm just happy that your homegirl did not come out and take the belt from her quickly. Thank God that, Becky Lynch, because I'm not a fan of Becky Lynch either. I like her husband. I don't like her. I just, I'm just happy that Rhea got the belt back. I'd have been cool either way because Liv Morgan really stepped her game up in the past few months. So I'm like, all right, Liv Morgan's the champion. That's cool. She got that the Saudi Arabia championship and all that stuff. So she can still live off of that. For a while, she can still bust out that ring all she
Right,
want and all
Crown
that.
Jewel,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, Rhea, you got the WWE Women's title, but you ain't got this, and come out with the ring or whatever. But
Mhm.
either way, it's cool. I'm just glad that she she hit two of her finishing moves on Liv Morgan. Like, hold up, I'm taking you out because you kicked out the
Yeah,
first one. I'm taking you out.
I thought it was predictable. But I think it was
Yeah, a little bit.
time for them to end that feud. It's
Yeah,
been going on for a while, so I had to end with Rhea again. Rhea's super over once again. So and she got high
Yep.
personnel too. So I mess with Liv a Jersey girl. So I'm always roll with
Yeah.
mess with Liv on that nature. But
and
she
she
stepped
hot.
the game up. Yeah, she came a long way. I think the Judgment Day is breaking up to about the whole end of the
Right.
match. Moving forward. I don't. I like Becky actually. I know y'all hate Becky, but that's not neither here nor there. But I
Yeah,
love.
Becky's arguing me. It's funny because
Yeah,
Black Dragon went all in. He said,
Yeah,
"F
yeah,
Becky
yeah.
all day, never
Yep.
cared for her." Damn.
yeah.
I feel the same way, Black
Holtz
Dragon.
here from the UK. What's up, Holtz?
I love me so. That's when she was Becky two belts. I
What's
love
up,
me.
Hopes?
But yeah, and I think she will come back and maybe feud with Liv, and not Liv, but with Rhea. But no, it was it was what it was. You know, I think there was a little bit of sloppiness with the Oblivion. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Besides that, no, it was a match. I mean, they got to figure out something for Raquel. This whole like Big Daddy Cool Diesel bodyguard mode.
Yeah.
I think she was like a talent that she knows to get back in the ring.
Man, let's not forget that's how Diesel got his start. All right.
Yeah, but she already was started. She already been wrestling.
I know, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know. But they got a lot of women, bro. It's a lot. I mean, I guess they kind of needed that secondary belt, but you know, that's the one thing back to the first part of it. Like, you know, when Raw go back to its regular stuff with like all these, like, you know, what are they called? The group with Zoe Starks and all them, PFC, and it's just danger. It's so many people, and you get some really sometimes you get some really bad matches on Raw. Let's be honest, like there's not really.
Yeah.
So
that's why SmackDown. That's why SmackDown was doing better than Raw for a while.
Yeah,
like SmackDown wound up being more entertaining than Raw, and I was like, what the hell happened?
So it worked out with SmackDown because they had the Bloodline storyline that we can't. Admit that was running things, but Raw stepped it up because Raw got more the promos, and Raw recently did. Everybody's more aggressive. It was like SmackDown still kind of playing it safe, and then Raw was just like everybody turned like the whole feud with CM Punk and Drew was like Raw was like man, but I thought it was a good match. Go ahead.
You
know what I think should happen? I think Rhea should be beating everybody. Like she said, I want everybody to step up, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And you know who I think should come back?
Yep.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I got to say it, Mike.
No,
you need to come out. I am the opportunity. Yo, Charlotte Flair needs to come back and get that title.
Wasn't John Cena taking shots at her when he came out? He said, "No, I'm not just gonna come out of nowhere and just try to tell you that I want a title shot." He was taking shots at her,
bro, because she is the same crap. All right,
the same crap that she does all the time. Like every time she shows up, she get a title match. Get out of there, huh?
She can get that off though.
No, she can't. No, she can't. I'm sorry. She need to be somebody, you know. Go to be Goldust's new manager or something.
Man, crazy. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into her, but I mean, Rhea is Rhea, man. Rhea is so over. She could do anything. And here's the thing: I know we've all been watching wrestling forever, and all the hardcore wrestling fans, meaning like legit in-ring wrestling. At this point, you have to know WWE is past that, right? Not meaning that's a bad thing, but WWE is about. Remember, they keep saying storytelling. Liv, let's be honest, about a year ago, Liv was trash. Liv stepped up and started getting into her character. Liv created this character. Liv ran with her injury, the revenge tour, and she became the Liv she is. And so at the end of the day, these wrestlers, they gotta become their character, right? They gotta look what's happening to Ricochet over there in AEW, right? So in WWE, yes, he wasn't the biggest star, but he could do stuff people couldn't do in WWE. Everybody can do that, and they better on the microphone. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like you have to be your character. So Liv just stepped up and became Liv Morgan. You know what I mean? And
to your point though, I think that Charlotte and Becky will be back in the Royal Rumble, but I'm hearing they're trying to set up Charlotte and Tiffany for the title, not Charlotte and Rhea. So I can see that. Okay. You know,
well, I just think that Charlotte would be a great opponent for her, being that Charlotte beat her and took the NXT title, right? And then a year later, she ended up beating Charlotte and getting her title. Yeah. So it's just a lot of back and forth, right? And so I think if Charlotte came, if she just was on a tear and nobody could beat her, whether Charlotte lost or not, but that would be like, oh, you know what I mean? Anyway.
I can also see, hold on, one more thing. Future book, I know we're doing that, but Charlotte putting over Tiffany as the next up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because, Tiffany almost like a younger version of Charlotte, almost, when you really think about it,
I had mixed feelings about that, too.
Yeah, She's a better gymnast. Tiffany was Team USA.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but I mean, I never seen Tiffany come off the top rope, twirling and all. Charlotte just could do every damn thing, man. But anyway,
one made Team USA, one didn't.
One's way better at wrestling and one isn't.
I'm saying gymnast. That's all I'm saying.
That is what we're talking about.
Charlotte tried to make it. She didn't get in. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man! Oh, wait, whoa! We can't go there. Hey, Dave, your guy came out at the end, bro.
My guy came out at the end.
Oh, take
now,
it. Yeah.
When he came out, I thought it was going to be a him thing because he cut her off kind of. I was like, oh, that was kind of rude. But okay, this is Raw on Netflix. But when he came back, I was like, oh, that's dope. He came there to give her that rub. What's your thoughts on that?
He came out. You saw how he kind of whispered a little thing to her to tell her, yo, you got to look back right now. Because the way that, he usually looks back real quick to look at the cameraman like, yo, what you looking at? And then throw his hand up, throw his fist up or whatever. That was cool. I thought it was dope. I mean, even my wife was like, ain't he retired? Like, my wife was like, isn't he retired? Like, he needs to give it up. I'm like, babe, the Undertaker will always be the Undertaker. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's American Badass. I don't care if he comes out as the dead man. I don't care. It's like, he's still going to shut it down. It doesn't matter. He's always known as, and probably will always be, the most respected wrestler in the WWE history. So,
It's
the Undertaker, man.
That Dave now got back his Kid Rock music. Have you heard it last night?
Oh yeah.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah.
I said it was cool they brought back his Kid Rock music from American Badass.
Oh yeah.
It
was cool that they did the Doom.
Yeah.
And
then American Badass.
The WWE Network stuff, they changed that song on all
they did.
stuff. I don't know why, copyright or whatever, but they brought it back. I love that last night. So.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. All right, boys, let's go to this match, which was the next thing on the card. And right here, bam, Drew versus Jey. Now, I knew that Jey never beat Drew. So I was like, and I love that they make Drew, like Drew is a heel, but he's that monster heel where he could put you down, right? Like, So I was like, it is Netflix and also Drew's storyline. I'm like, damn, I don't know if he should lose to Jey, but Jey should win, right? But I was like, I didn't feel Jey should beat him straight up. So honestly, they did a solid. They allow him to beat Drew. Now the roll up it worked. I felt like they should have just the way it came off was bad. It could have been the same exact way, but I feel like it just abruptly kind of happened, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it just wasn't smooth enough. But either way, I felt like that probably was the best thing to do. Let him finally get that win over on Drew, and also, but not pin Drew because it didn't want to knock down Drew's momentum of trying to, come back and being, whatever. He's pissed off with people who are helping Roman or whatever. What do you guys think about that?
I think it was good. Like it go to show, how they got Jey up there. Like he's super hot, like super duper hot, and it's like, okay, Drew, you're being known as the crybaby of the company right now, so you gotta have the Yeet movement keep going. It was cool, but at the same time, I think they had to end it like that because Drew had Jey so out of it, but it was just like he almost, he had that persona like he couldn't continue anymore. So he had to pull out something. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, you got to come up with something. But I'm pretty sure that that's what they wrote. So I thought it was pretty good.
I think it was good. I think it was good for Jey to get the win finally over Drew, whether it was a roll up or not. Also, think they owe Jey a little bit because they kind of played him by giving him the IC title for like 3 weeks and taking it right back off.
Yep. I agree.
Messed up a little bit just to put him back in the bloodline for a month. And you know what I mean? Like, I would have feeling that. I feel like, of course, Jey's super over interest was crazy as usual. And even bigger.
As long as hell.
and long as hell. As long as shit.
I was like, how the hell? I said, how the hell you start, you come out, you go in the ring, and then it cuts to commercial, and then they come back from commercial, and the music is still playing. I said, "Damn!" I felt kind of bad for the people that was in the arena. I'm like, if you don't feeling that song, then what you doing?
Yeah, it's even. But somebody said Jay kind of wears you out with his interest if you're in the arena, so you kind of like a little exhausted before the match even
Yeah.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
but it was dope, especially with Pat McAfee back. He be all into it and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just hoping Michael Cole didn't fall off that table.
I know. But Jay's got to be a better, better wrestler, singles wrestler. I should say, he's been a wrestler for a long time. I
Yeah.
think moving forward, I think Drew going to definitely get his revenge on Jay because that's just Drew, and I think he's gonna try to take him out one by one like he's been doing. Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy, and then Roman gonna try and say, you know what, it's my turn now. They're gonna have a match at some point, Roman and Drew. I can't.
Dude, I think that's the build-up, and that will be good. And if they keep Drew like straight up like a monster, and then it'd be like, damn, the build-up would be them two together against each other.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Like, I mean, and it's good because he got to still face like Jimmy and stuff like that. So to give him time to get the Roman while Roman doing other stuff. So I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. So.
And then it's actually good even for anybody that's we all watched wrestling for years. When we see what Drew came from, when Vince told him you're the next big thing, basically, and then broke his promise, and Drew left and came back, and then now he's this big monster. I'm like, it's good to see him, doing his thing, except for that crybaby stuff. He's always crying about this, that, and that.
I ain't gonna say for the problem. Drew wasn't going to the mic back then, bro. I think he
wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah, he's got much better now.
He wasn't.
Black Dragon said we watched Roman roll over Drew way too many times. I don't want to say roll over because that clash at the castle, he was putting the mittens to Roman. But, that's when Roman just had his people to help,
Right. Solo came in with the hood on and shit.
Yeah.
I think what they could do with Roman, man, is make him be a little human. Let him lose a straight up match, at some point, right? Give him that little redemption story. Like, give him something different. We haven't seen him in that light in a long time. Like, we got a little bit of this, but it was more like, okay, he didn't lose straight up to Solo, on any of the matches they had, right?
Right.
One-on-one, but because the new bloodline won a couple matches over them, right? So, but nothing was like clean, you know what I mean? But to let Roman get a legit loss, like I don't know when has he? I guess the last time. Well, no, he lost to Cody. Well, I can't even say that because there was
everybody came out. Yeah.
Right. So I guess the last person who actually beat him with no legit interference was actually my guy, Bobby Lashley, baby. And that was so long ago.
Wow. Yeah.
The other person that beat him was another one of my guys, but it was a little bit of cheesiness, was my man Baron Corbin. See, y'all be knowing this stuff, man. Yeah, my boy Baron Corbin, they don't boot it up out of there because he got too trash. But hey, man, listen.
It wasn't as long as the other matches were, so it was a good match. I guess they're trying to let all the baby faces go over tonight. So I want to see what Drew's next move is after this. Honestly, so
I need Jay to get another singles. Dude, Jay is over, and I just don't want them to. WWE has a habit sometimes of just wasting that lightning in the bottle. You know what I mean? And I feel like, what was the point of giving him that? I guess the issue was they probably wasn't. I guess they didn't have the writing probably figured out with the whole Roman and bloodline, new old bloodline. Mm-hmm. And I guess when Jay got it, it was like, okay, I guess this is a good way to make Jay back involved by him getting screwed or losing his title. But I was like, damn, bro, I wanted him to like have that title for a good little minute. Keep his stardom. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, oh yeah, Jay did win a singles title. He did, right?
Yeah, you know 3 weeks. It was crazy, yo. I would love to see him come out for like a good 6 months with the title, with his entrance, like the whole. I want to see Jay have his whole thing. I even want to see Jenny with one too eventually, but But for now, yeah, that'll be good. So,
Yeah, Jimmy has everything that Jay don't, and vice versa. So like Jay can't really do that well on the microphone, but Jimmy is way better.
Oh yeah.
But Jimmy's not as good in the ring as Jay is. You
Well,
know what I'm
I
saying?
won't
So
even
it's
say
like,
that. I won't even say that. I feel like they're the same in the ring. It's just that it just so happened that Jimmy got injured, and WWE said, "Let's go with this storyline." And honestly, Sammy sold the storyline. To be honest with you, Sammy, I feel like Sammy helped make Jay a star.
He did.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
If Sammy didn't get into it, Jay wouldn't have been Jay, if we could be honest. And Jimmy would have came back out of being injured and been the top Uso, as he always was. Because he's just outspoken. I think Jay has charisma. It just seems like he got to really, really be on. Where Jimmy, you just turn it. Jimmy probably walk in the room like as you see on Total Divas. He just walk in the room and that's him. Jay was always in the corner quiet. When Jimmy's on, Jay's kind of like, well, I guess my brother got this. He don't have that, but he took full advantage of it when his brother was injured. Once you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah, Sammy's like the modern day Mick Foley to me. Like he's just like underdog always.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And Sammy can wrestle. Sammy's good, man.
Yeah, Sammy can wrestle. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Well, let's jump on to the next thing. This is kind of crazy, but it's just a segment. But let's talk about it.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I know what it was.
Hogan. Man. So now you guys know what this stemmed from, though, right?
What part? What are we talking about?
The reason why I got booed so bad.
Everything. Yeah, go ahead. Well, everything.
So mainly, I remember, not too long ago, but it was the big deal. But I actually have pulled it up just to hear it again. But when he said he would body slam Kamala Harris, and then he was like, should I give her a leg drop too? And then he was like, he made fun of her being Indian, and then he was like, like the whole Navajo thing. I was like, he was like, I know I'm gonna get some heat for that. I was like, now I watched it last night, and I was like, damn, yeah, you definitely got some heat for that. And,
you know what though, bro? Like the second part of that is crazy. Okay. But as a wrestling fan, I knew he wasn't actually talking about actually body slamming and leg dropping her. So when people was like, "Oh my God, he's talking about committing domestic violence," I was like, "Bro, he's just talking in wrestling terms. Like he's not gonna actually do it." But if you don't watch wrestling, you like, "Oh my God!"
Right?
But when he on a microphone, we know it's a promo. That's how wrestlers do. So the first part was. I get the second part was crazy though, so I definitely give you that.
But I think a lot of it also had to do with, and I'm with you, Black Dragon, when he said Hogan is a racist scumbag, and that's true. But I'm also thinking that the crowd was also booing him because he came out to speak on behalf of Donald Trump.
Right.
I think so.
Right.
And he tried to make it like, go ahead.
Because you know what, Taker endorsed Trump too on his podcast. But Hogan did the rally, and he was at the Trump did a huge rally and stuff like that. It's a little different. And now everybody's seeing it. So
this wasn't even because Black Dragon saying racist comeback. Remember, he got past the racist comment, and they took him back in. WWE took him back in. The fans wasn't, but the fans went in. That was straight because, like Mike said. Hey, listen, he talking about body slamming a woman. They're like, but we're wrestling fans. We just laughed it off. But the rest of the world, I mean, I remember hearing it. I was like, damn, what did Hogan say? Like, everybody wanted to talk about Hogan. And then he had that thing where I still think he set it up. Him and his friend was driving down the street and seen a car tipped over. So they lift the car. And some girl, I guess, crashed her car. And I was like, bro, that seemed a little staged because there's so much heat on them right now with the whole election thing. So again, Donald Trump won. I haven't heard anything in months, so I didn't think I had no clue. But as soon as they was going on, I told my wife, was like, why are they booing him so much? I was like, oh, it was a thing where he was talking about slamming Kamala Harris.
Yeah, but listen, again, I've been a wrestling fan since I was 4 years old, bro. So and watching Hogan back then, I know he was in the Hogan character talking about body slam and leg. Who does a leg drop in real life? So of course you're not talking about actually leg dropping,
Well,
Katie, but
Nia Jax does.
But the other part of it all, though, you know, the Navajo, whatever he said, like that's a little.
Yeah.
Also, they were
like he got the wrong Indian. Like, what are you doing?
They were in South LA. Like that's not a good. That's more, you know, Democratic area too. And again, he was on the campaign tour. Like it's bad. But to be honest with you, like last week, Triple H, Stephanie, and Linda was at Trump's party, but nobody knows about that shit or whatever. Like they're not like out in front doing it. It's just a different.
Do you guys want me to play the clip?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me pull it up.
It almost looked like Jimmy Hart didn't know what to do.
He did it. Here it is.
You're supposed to say what, okay? You guys need a cocktail? You need some crazy ladies? You need some muscles? You need some money? You need 1 beer? You need 2 beer? You need 3 beers? I got 4 beers? 5 beers? I got a pina colada? A Trader Vicks with a Werewolf of London? His hair was perfect. You want to get crazy? You want me to throw more beers out? You want me to body slam somebody? You want me to body slam Kamala Harris? I said, do you want me to body slam Kamala Harris? You want me to drop the leg on Kamala? Is Kamala a chameleon? Is she Indian? Okay, I like it. How? I'm gonna get heat for that one, brother.
Yeah, he got heat for that one. Is Kamala Indian? Is she Indian? Or is Kamala chameleon? Is she Indian? How? I was like, oh man.
I ain't gonna lie, it kind of made me laugh out loud though, but it is definitely because I'm easily amused, but it is messed up. But again, drop the leg, like when people like, yeah, he's talking about who's dropping legs on people in real life. Like,
in real life, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta know it was a promo. But
look what Ron said. Ron said Jimmy was like, "Get me the F out of here."
Baby, don't forget the baby.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart. Get me out of here, baby. That's what he probably said. But somebody said last year, I guess at the Rumble in Tampa or whatever it was at, they said he was there and the crowd announced him. Everybody was like cheering him. So I think it is since all this happened. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is. Just as far as being a wrestling fan, I remember, like, yo, what is going on with Hogan? Because when we do gaming and all that, we just looking up seeing a lot of stuff. I'm like, damn, what's up with everybody hating Hogan? And I seen it was this.
Yeah, and with
like I said, the racist thing, he been got over the racist thing. Like that was he was gone from WWE for years. They brought him back. He did stuff. Nobody was born. You know, is this?
I think with the new age of social media, you're seeing constant clips of that, which is played all the time. It's on the blogs. It's just too much stuff. You can't do stuff open. Like even Taker on his own podcast, all he said was, "Y'all vote for Trump." That's it. But everybody still like Taker, but Hogan went too far with the whole thing. You know what I mean? So
they wasn't letting that go.
No. So, I mean, whoever thought, I don't know if now Triple H is number one. Triple H also Trump scooter. To be honest with you, but besides that, Triple H is a historian. He loves wrestling history. He probably thought he was bring Hogan out there, but also they got a contract with Hogan for his beer. I don't know if y'all saw or not. That Real American beer,
the Real American beer
was on the ring, was on the mat of the ring. So they got it just like they got the contract with Logan Paul for his prime. Hogan making millions right now, so it's something about the right brought him out. So.
Well,
how y'all like that? By the way, I mentioned that they had like 9 sponsors on the ring. Did y'all notice that? How y'all
they had a bunch.
There's a whole bunch.
Does it bother you at all, or just like it's just whatever? You only notice it?
No, you know what? Once they got took over by TKO, listen. The machine got to keep going, and at the end of the day, you know, I always had a saying: I never tell another man not to make money. Okay. And so my thing is, it just makes sense, right? They're going to superstardom. In order for them to bring better stuff for me, I guess, as a fan. Just let them do that. Let everybody make money. Let the WWE make more money. Let the wrestlers make more money. And so, what do I care for if there's a couple things on the mat? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's also how it is in UFC. It's how it is in boxing. You know, you see a whole bunch of ads all over the mat, and it's like, yeah, that's how they're gonna make their money. You know, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
It wasn't jarring to me at all. I mean, they're making money off selling mat space, so I'm
yeah,
not
that
mad at
didn't
them.
bother me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
That's how
next.
boxers were doing that too, and they had stuff on their shorts and
Uh huh.
stuff like that. You know, they were promoting.
And the race car drivers on the cars and stuff.
Yes,
right?
thank you. Yeah, yep. Same thing.
No, definitely same thing. So yeah, it is what it is.
What you got next, Anthony?
All right, man, we're gonna close this thing out. I was trying to get a good picture of these two, but for some reason I don't see bam, I don't see that says Netflix in the background. But yeah, man, this was the main event, and you know what's cool is this was perfect for the main event. I was hoping that they wouldn't have got crazy and made it the tribal combat match, because that could have definitely been like the thing to close out the show. But I felt like first thing first, Roman's not even on Raw, right? Mm-hmm. And so these two are on Raw, so it made sense. But listen, man, this was a promo for dadbod.com. You know, they both was out of shape. Punk gave a killer promo. Listen, I'll eat any wrestler alive in the ring and on a microphone. If you get in the ring or the microphone, just make sure you do your best, because when you get in the ring or the microphone, I make people realize, why was he even there? I make people step up. I'm like, bro, you was about to die in that ring. And the funny thing is, he made Seth look worse. I was like, damn, is Seth really getting out of it? Then the match was deep in there, and then Seth slid in the ring real fast, did something fast. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Seth is wrestling slower to match, you know, to match Punk, the lack of Punk's energy.
Right.
And I don't have a problem, because, like you said, man, I'm getting older. I'm 46, but he was talking so big on the press conference. I'm like, bro, you was about to die in the ring. Like, dude, when he came out the ring, when Seth, I almost thought Seth did that on purpose. When Seth, I guess, pulled the thing and he flipped over, like the way CM Punk hit the ground, I was like, and you know, he's getting injured. Like, he had, every time he would, even at AEW, when he would come back, he'll have his first match, get injured, to be gone. Come back, first match, get injured, get gone. So WWE, he get injured in a Royal Rumble, and he's gone, right? So I'm like, oh, don't mess up please don't let him mess up his WrestleMania moment, right? So when he went over that rope and hit the ground on his legs, I was like, oh, and then he got buckle bombed, he put his arm back. I was like, hey, bro, what happened to Finn Balor? Like, that ain't that hit it. So, but at the end of the day, I as good as this would be, those two, I don't think organically they're gonna do it better than CM Punk and Drew. That came out of nowhere, and that was one of the most heated feuds I've seen in years, where they kept going. And I mean, I was even saying, why did they waste Drew winning the Money in the Bank and then getting screwed like that? I was like, dude, you wasted the Money in the Bank. But they even did that to put more fire on it. I just feel like it's cool to have them two against each other, but CM Punk got to step it up. He got to get in the gym or get his cardio or something, right? And Seth is Seth at the end of the day. You know, that's my top current guy. I'm not the happiest with him currently, but I think he needs another heel turn or something, which it might be going that way. But I think I'm not going to say they had a good match, because I don't think their match was good. But I'm glad that they was able to give Netflix that match, if it makes sense. That was supposed to be like a WrestleMania match. The match was poor quality, but the storytelling, you know, was still there. And so the whole match wasn't terrible, but it was enough for the match where I felt like, man, they didn't look good. They was real sluggish. But you know, I'm happy it happened on Netflix. You know, Netflix got to get that storyline. I'll say that.
So I think that, to your points, I think he is about to be 47 years old, and you can see it. I don't think he can get in no better. I think this is what he is at this point. Honestly, Seth's like 39. He's be able to get in better shape. Maybe 38, something like that. And he was looking. So, and I think their styles at this point, I'm gonna say, kind of clash. I think CM Punk looked better with Drew, because Drew already a slow wrestler. Drew don't move that fast
Yeah.
himself.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
Seth is more in and out, flying sometimes, doing stuff. It don't work. I think that like now seeing Punk and Roman, I think they'll do good because Roman is a slow wrestler. He's very plotting and methodical and stuff like that. Steph's not really that person.
Yeah, real quick. You know what's cool is what you said. The bigger, slower wrestlers, they're easier able to choreograph, right?
Right.
You know what Roman's gonna do, right? So you can take the bump, make it look whatever. But yeah, Seth is more of a faster guy, and so it's like CM Punk should be a faster guy because that's how he used to wrestle, kind of, sort of. But it's like he's not moving like that anymore, and it's just making Seth look bad. And I'm glad, and I can't remember what spot, but it was later on in the match. I was like, damn, Seth must look tired. Like, Seth, where's you up all night? And then later, it was deeper in the match, and then Seth was like, I don't know what, if he hit the corner, whatever he did, I was like, oh, he got the energy. He clearly showed it. He was just playing under to his talents. But
Seth, you know, I get the whole reason for the feud, but I still feel like I'm happy, like you said, they put it on now instead of then. I feel like their styles don't work. When you look at that CM Punk Hell in the Cell with Drew, it was perfect. You got weapons, you got slow moving people, even CM Punk in War Games because they just him. I think he can.
There's a lot going on. You know what's sad? The sad part is you need more to protect Punk.
Yes.
You need one to protect him from not getting injured, and two to protect him from showing he don't got it no more. Like, did you watch?
He got it in spurts, not a lot of spurts.
Right.
And he blows up fast. Like, did I watch what?
Did you see the press conference?
I did see the press conference. Yeah,
bro, you seen how CM Punk was talking?
Yeah,
he was up there like he was the dude.
Yeah.
And did you see after? Did you see they showed after when he was like, I'll beat Roman. Not Roman. He was like, I'll beat Gunther. I'll beat Cody. I was like, who? Like story, yes, but you're not even gonna look good in the ring. I mean, granted,
he can look good against Gunther too. He can look good because Gunther also a slow plotting wrestler. I think it's got to be the style of wrestler that he's against.
I think my issue is. I'm used to, again, Punk was going for a while, right?
Yeah.
But I'm used to Punk being faster. His style was more of a Seth.
It was. But he got old, bro. And he didn't wrestle for almost 8-9 years.
Right.
He got old. I don't think he get that stamina back for being on the couch that many years like that. Like even Rock did one tag team match. Like you get old, bro. Like things happen. So even Cena didn't look good against Solo. Cena looked horrible against Solo. That's how they fought to be. Like in that match last year. I just feel like that, you know. But see, only thing you said is Punk is full time, so you want him to be better. Like Cena and Rock are like real part time.
Right.
Punk is full time. So
and the thing that's hard is, again, Punk has a big mouth, right? Yeah. And if he could back it up, the problem is, it's like maybe he got to change. Like, so again, Punk was gone for a while, so when he comes back as a fan, you're just remembering his style. It's like, bro, you're like a third of the speed of what you was doing and all that, and then you talking big like you were better than you was. I'm like, but then he does clearly say like he's getting older, blah blah blah. So I'm like, which one is it? Are you getting old now, or you better than everybody?
The bell cow match he had. What was that bell cow? The four corners match with Drew. Yeah, Hell in a Cell. That's all like weapons and hitting you.
Gimmicks and stuff.
Yeah, it works. He can do it. That was a great match, especially the Hell in a Cell match. But like this, wide open, you and Seth Freaking Rollins, who's a great, even Seth in the dad bod is a great athlete, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just feel like that. I think it was a good. I don't know. Well, let me just go to what I'm saying. I think Seth should go heel. I agree with you on that. I think it's time. Seth is hard, man. I like Seth, but I do get tired of his outlandish outfits and the cackling, all this craziness, stuff like that. I got like, you know, it gets to be so much. And like, you know, I want to see like, you know what I want to see? I want to see like have a serious heel turn where he goes heel and you don't see no more of that. Like,
I agree.
Liberace.
Like, you know what? Hopefully Punk's promo on the, I mean, I know it's a press conference. A lot of people wouldn't like. You just watch wrestling. Like, I'm one of those people. I kind of miss out all this stuff. My boy be like, "You ain't see what happened on Twitter?" Like, no. But I mean, hopefully he could say what he said on the press conference to Seth. Like, he straight up said, "Look, Seth can be a killer, but I'm not afraid of Seth coming out dressing the way he dressed and acting the way he said. Seth doesn't need all that. So I need Seth to kind of drop that too.
He's a great athlete. He's a great wrestler, I should say. He don't need all that. He don't need the skipping down the aisle. It just is me.
Honestly, I think, but me personally, as a fan of Seth, watching him evolve, I think, and I always say this to my wife, she's like, who do you think he is? I'm like, Macho Man. I feel like Macho Man went down in history, but Macho Man just pulled up wearing the crazy stuff, the spinning, and I feel like Seth is trying to go down with some crazy outfits where you look back and like, but it's like, it ain't working for you. Everybody's laughing.
But you know what's crazy?
Becky's clothes.
Yeah, but Macho was Macho all the time. Like Madness was Madness 24/7. If you ever watched it like that, like he was never not Macho Man.
My man started off like that.
What happened?
He started off like that. Macho came out crazy.
Also, in real life, Macho was like what I'm saying. Like he was always Macho Man.
Right.
Like he was really like Seth is doing a character, but I feel like if he had like a real serious, like you know what, tired of this nonsense. I'm tired of the WWE, tired of Punk or whatever. And be serious, Seth. He can go on the road. As far as Punk, I want to see him get a WrestleMania moment. Maybe one more title, and then that'd be it. Because they say he'd be down in NXT all the time, helping young people out. I can see him being in that role.
Right.
Then, like you know, he can't be full time for like 2 more years. But you're right, he'd be blown up. I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, now let me ask you this. So would and I need him to get his wrestle. So here's the problem: we got too many people who should win the title, right? I almost would love to see Punk get a title at Mania. If he can keep stay popular, he's super popular, not stay popular. He's not gonna ever not be popular, right?
Punk is top 5 in merch, up there with Jey and Roman on him too right now. Like Punk is up there. Yeah. I agree. He's super popular. Yeah. So one thing Punk said in that promo was right. They were chanting my name when I wasn't even here. He's not wrong. They were chanting CM Punk.
Not wrong. So the thing is, though, who would you want him to face at Mania and take their title?
It's gotta be Gunther, man. I know I said Cena and Gunther, but I don't know. Gotta be Gunther because Gunther would have that style.
Yeah, but okay. So here's what's hard. I get the style, but now we're getting into what I don't care so much about. Even though I trashed their match. Their match was. I didn't like the match that much, but I feel like the story is really with him and Cody. That moment when they shared in the ring and they was going like talking trash to each other before the Rumble. I was
yeah. And it wasn't Cody won, but Punk was number 2, right, last year. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, in the Rumble. I forgot about that.
That was, and then they was talking again. They got story from AEW. Like.
But they're also both baby faces too. But it could work. It'll work.
That would work because Punk is edgy. That's the difference.
Yeah. He's not like Cena.
Punk is an edgy. I don't want to call him a baby face, but he's an edgy face. You know what I mean? He's
an edgy face. I agree. Yeah, it definitely. You know what? WWE got a good problem. They got a lot of options for Mania.
They do.
They got 2 nights for a reason. I guess so.
Yeah. Hey, look. I guess right.
Yeah. They got, but Seth. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know where Seth kind of goes from here, bro. I mean, I don't want to see him in Punk again. The big boy, he out, Big Boss Reed for a while, breaking his ankle. Seth never really finished that up, to be honestly.
Right.
On that.
You know what, though? To be fair, I almost feel like Seth. So I just think yesterday was poorly done. Right? It was executed. I felt like Seth and Punk should have waited later. Me too. I feel like they just was like, you know what? They probably was looking at their matches for Netflix. The opening day, they probably was like, I feel like this match was gonna happen, but down the road. I feel like, damn. I was like, oh wait, they're gonna have the match on Netflix.
Yeah.
I feel like that was thrown together a little bit. So I feel like it wasn't what I thought it would have been, whether the match or the story. And I feel like as much as they probably should let it go, I feel like you can't kind of. And it's funny that CM Punk is like, like I was waiting for like Punk whole story was like, bro, I don't even want to beef with you. I got no beef with you. There's no point I got bigger and better things. And he was like, no, I'm gonna get rid of you. So Punk, I was waiting for him to be like, yeah, I'm done with him. He said at the end, he said on a press conference, like, oh, I'll be stupid to think me and Seth is done. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely foreshadowing. I feel like, and it wasn't done right, if you ask me.
They might have a trilogy too, like where like Seth wins the second match, then Punk wins the third match, and then they finally go to Mania some kind of way.
You know what probably gonna happen? If they did it right, if y'all listening, right, make them have a rubber match, and then don't let them feud again for a minute, but it come down to a number one contender match, and they both are 1-1, and they have to face each other, and it'd be like, oh wow, and they get promos to be, I beat you, and I beat you, and we're both 1-1, and it'd be like, well,
but they need like a gimmick, like maybe a steel cage where they can't go outside the ring. Somebody just fight each other.
Well, because you figure out the rubber match, that would be like, okay, usually the rubber match is like, all right, we got to settle this in something crazy.
Yeah, something crazy where like, you know, you can't see Punk, like you said, flying over the top rope to the floor and possibly getting hurt and things like that. Because you're right. Like, and I didn't like Seth doing 2 GTSs on Punk. Like, I don't know.
So let's get into that. That was a little weird to me. I was like, what are we doing now? Like, are you gonna hit him with this? Like that was, and then it was like it was so foreshadowed when he hit Punk out the ring, and then when he slid in, I was like, oh well, this is a perfect time for him to hit the curb stomp on Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and they hit it twice on him too. Like, I don't like that. Like this whole don't each other move thing, this whole era of doing that stuff. Sometimes, like that kind of bothered me a little bit. It wasn't done well. And I kind of agree with you that the curb stomp stuff, and then all the kickouts too, man. Like I get bothered by that sometimes. So it's be a lot.
Well, again, it had a pay-per-view feel to it where it would be multiple kickouts. You know what I mean?
And that match, I get it, but I do feel like they maybe kind of jumped the shark on the match, like you said. It kind of maybe did it too early.
Definitely.
I don't know. I mean, the Rumble, they're both going to be in the Rumble, so you're not going to do it at the Rumble. Right. So I don't know when he would do the match again, honestly, at this point. Like, they do it again on Raw. Like, who else did it again on Raw? You know what I mean? So
what they could do, I mean, listen, okay, maybe we don't get a 3, right?
Yeah.
But what they could do is both be in the chamber and be the last 2 in the chamber.
They could do that. Yeah. That could be that. And then get one more match after that, maybe, because WrestleMania that's like mid-April or something like that now. It's like later in the year.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but technically the road to Mania is the Royal Rumble in the chamber.
Yeah, that's true.
So technically, you either the people getting in those spots winning one or the other.
You know what? You know what though? They got those Saturday Night Main Event shows now. They can do it again on there. It's another one this month.
But I don't think, but you don't get a chance to go to Mania.
No, not for that. I'm saying just for them two to fight each other. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, they can headline that.
Yeah, they can headline that. Yeah, Saturday Night Main Event. It's one January 25th, I think, or whatever last Saturday in January is. So they could do that. They could do that because that was, it's kind of like a pseudo pay-per-view almost a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, man, to get to overall thoughts, like it was what it was supposed to be. I wasn't overwhelmed by it, but I had a fun night on Netflix. Right. I'm happy that I ain't got to watch on the app no more. I can watch it on Netflix now. Let me do that.
Dude, I was so happy that when the show was over, I rewinded it just to see if it would work. Because on Peacock, when you watch pay-per-view, you can't. So, I mean, granted, I have allegedly, I got a site I could go to. Right. But it was just cool to know, like, oh man, I could watch it on Netflix. If I watch it a little late, which I do sometimes, I'll be able to start it and rewind it from the beginning. Yeah. Like it was just good. Dave, what do you got to say about this match?
Just like y'all said, they looked like they was both out of it. They wasn't in shape for it and all that. It's cool. Again, CM Punk is the type of dude, for me personally, I put him in the same boat as John Cena. I'm not feeling him. It's just me, Seth Rollins. Just like Ant. I said he may not be my favorite in the Shield, but he's the best wrestler in the Shield. I think personally, Seth Rollins could wipe the floor with CM Punk. That's just my opinion. But they got to go by script.
Yeah, I mean that's well said. I mean,
I think at this point he could. I don't know about like Anthony said, like best in the world Punk back in the day. I don't know about that Punk, but I think at this point he could.
Me personally, I don't think CM Punk was ever best in the world. He might have been best in WWE at the time.
I don't even him saying best in the world never felt like a good gimmick for me because one, he started off as the martial artist dude, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, that got me noticing him because I like when, you know, I was into the Great Muda and anybody did martial arts. I was always like, okay, let me see what they could do. And then it was like his martial arts was kind of okay. It was like, all right, oh, you're not a Steve Blackman. You're like some your martial arts is like, okay, you do kind of like these kicks or whatever, but you know, the anaconda vice. But I was like, all right, so you're really not the martial arts dude. You're just kind of like that's what you're selling yourself, right? And then it was like, oh, he's straight edge. I was like, okay, so he don't smoke and drink and stuff. Okay, but what is that doing for your wrestling? I just never felt CM Punk was an amazing wrestler. I thought he
Really?
he had some good,
that's
he
crazy.
had some good moves. He had like the Anaconda Vice was a dope submission. I love when he jumped in the corner. He had a couple good moves, but I never felt like he was. I never looked at him like he was a great wrestler. He never really did anything crazy to me. He wasn't like super daring. Like he just had like he had regular wrestler moves, but he threw some kicks and the spinning back fists and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That didn't never grab me. The best I liked Punk was when he had the Straight Edge Society and they was like big people heads and hairs off because it was so gimmicky. So I was like, oh, he's selling this character because he got all these people fooled. They shaving their heads off and he got full head of hair. I thought it was hilarious. You know what I mean?
Me, after that pipe bomb drop and he beat Cena in Chicago and the stadium was going crazy, I felt like he was the best in the world. Like, because like that was, I don't know, man. I've never seen a stadium like that. I know it was Chicago, his hometown, and everything like that. And he went through the crowd afterwards. Like it was crazy. But I felt like,
but I feel like, did you feel his wrestling was best in the world? Like
well,
he had a good quote. He had a good saying, right? It was catchy.
Hey, well, the thing, the champion at that time that he was mad that was the champion had way less moves than he did, who was John Cena. So it made it seem like, bro, you let this guy be the champion? Look at all my moves. Compared to him, I guess you could say.
Right.
So I think that helped him elevate to, I guess, to make that cool. Maybe he was comparing to Seth Rollins back then. Probably no, but Seth Rollins was only in, FCW at the time. But I think Cena was the champion, and I forget who was the other guy. I mean, at some point he had like Alberto Del Rio and whoever. But either way, I feel like of like those top guys, even Batista, matter of fact, at that time, I think he was saying, I'm a better wrestler than these guys. And he was than Batista and Zayn.
Yeah, to those dudes, but I mean,
but they were the champions.
Exactly.
No, you're right, but he wasn't going to lace up no boots with a Y2J. He wasn't lacing up no boots. You know what I mean? Like hitting Bret Hart. Like when he's saying best in the world, I'm like,
at the time,
he's saying the overall package. Like you're just saying, like, all right, you're great on the mic, you're good at wrestling, but I feel like he was never great. I feel like when you're saying that was the height of, like, think about it. The Straight Edge Society I like. That was whack. I liked it, right?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
When he started off and he was in the WWE CW, that was whack. He started off, he was not that dude. Like that pipe bomb and all that was perfect timing and it really pushed him. But that dude, talk about a person that got over from, I'm not gonna say he was terrible. I just never because I watched him from the beginning, and I tried to like him in the beginning. Like, okay, this CM Punk dude, the martial arts dude, right? I don't drink, I don't smoke. Oh, let me see what this dude is about. And he was just whack.
Yeah, he was already winning titles before he beat. Like he won. I think he beats Hardy and Straight Edge Society. I think Jeff Hardy, whatever like that. It won titles, but it did get him over. But I guess for me, watching who was at the top compared to who he was going against.
Listen, so I was just differentiating. I was just saying versus his wrestling, right? Because that's what we started off on when we were saying best in the world. Because I was saying that they didn't have a good wrestling match. But I think again, what I like more is a package wrestler, right? I'm more into your promos and all that. So yeah, at that point with the pipe bomb, dude, he was killing it and everything. I was just trying to say that I never looked at him as he was like the best wrestler. That's all I was saying.
I thought he did about, but he had the springboards back then. He don't do that shit now, obviously. But I felt like he had the macho elbow. He had his Anaconda Vice, the go to sleep, which was a unique move. He had the little knee in the corner going into the bulldog. He was doing a lot of different moves. But again, I guess comparing to the other ones, maybe not so. But comparing to Cena, Batista, and like The Rock, he's fucking amazing. like that. So, but go ahead.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, I love the fact that he built up this big name, and he's definitely one of the biggest stars now in wrestling. Not now, but he's one of the biggest stars. And I think he has a story that underdog story to a point, because look at it. He came to WWE, sold himself as a martial artist, right? And clearly he wasn't when he went to UFC, right?
Yeah.
So, but guess what? That didn't keep him down, because you would think like, when he got beat up by Dude, and Dude was like the newcomer UFC fighter, and then beat him again, right? But what was cool was Punk still got back in the it never tarnished his name, which was great.
No, never tarnished his name. Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
No, he's still super over. Like I said, I'll just be his one last. I mean, I don't know what he want to do. He ain't talking like John Cena, but I feel like he got maybe a year and a half left at this point. Though.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I didn't want to see him for a year and a half. So I mean, not what? Unless he changes wrestling again. I keep looking at him as before he left. Remember, I didn't watch AEW, right? And I'm just remember, look, you CM Punk, you coming back, and you talking so big. So I only know you as you dive off the rope, you do a little spin kick. Yeah. So you doing some flexible stuff.
Yeah, that's gone. That's gone, bro.
Right. But it's like, but he talking like he's still doing that. So I'm like,
you don't think he can have a good match with he's had it with Drew. He can have a good match with some big, slow dudes. I feel like just not Seth Rollins. Like I just feel like
I got a feeling. I seen he definitely gained some muscle mass, like when he first came. I got a feeling he's just not doing cardio.
Yeah, probably. He keep blowing up. You're right. He keep getting tired. Yeah, I feel like.
I got a feeling he's like, yo, I need to bulk up because I'm back, and some of these guys are in good shape. You look at some of these people, but I don't think he's doing cardio. And the problem is his wrestling style is cardio.
Yeah,
and that's what I feel.
I agree. I kind of agree with that. And that cardio would get you, because even The Rock will look great, but that cardio, you see him at the end of that tag team match, he was tired as hell. Like,
that's the difference maker. But remember, they always said, like, listen, people might get in and think they can wrestle, but hit the ropes a couple times.
Yeah. That's a little different. I don't care how big, how strong you is. That cardio, and even seeing it, like I said, with Solo and when he fought Theory, like the car, you could tell he was tired. Like, all right, this ain't a movie set.
Well, remember the year before when everybody was thinking The Rock was coming back, and Triple H said straight up on the press conference, listen, I don't think Rock is in the shape to come back. He might want to, but he wouldn't be in shape to do what we do. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, The Rock set up a whole ring for last year for like 2 months to get in shape, like running the ropes, doing this, that, and the third. Like, people don't realize it. They look at these big monsters like, okay, but it ain't just that. That's why you see bigger dudes like Big Bronson Reed who can go 35, 40 minutes. Like, it's really
right. Braun Strowman, like they doing that cardio.
They doing that cardio,
Like
or the War Raiders dudes. They amazing stuff. They
bro, my man, Ivar.
Yeah, Ivar. Yeah, exactly. He be doing all kind of crazy stuff. Probably watching. So but back. I want to go back. You done with this show? I'm gonna ask this question about Chelsea Green. If you done with this about the.
So let's Dave. You got anything else to say about the Netflix, Raw on Netflix? I think we're pretty much done. We could bring up the Chelsea Green thing.
Nah, I don't got nothing else to say.
All right, so
I think it was, I think I said what I said what I had to say about it. It was good. It was good seeing WWE on Netflix and all that.
Yeah.
It was good. A lot of stuff could have been better, but again, it's their first time on Netflix, so I thought that it was going to be more unedited, but.
So here's one thing we didn't say, and this is what I was. Everybody was saying, if they go to Netflix, and I'm mad that nobody asked them on a press conference, but everybody was like, oh, they go to Netflix. We were speculating, is it going to be more edgy? Or are they going to be cursing? They can say what they want. So my question is that a thing or no? Like, do you guys hear anything? Mike, did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, Triple H said that I don't know why people assume that. He said like it's gonna be the same. He said we're not changing what we do. There's still a family show at the end of the day. You know, people want him to go back to the Attitude Era, but it's never going back there. He was like that. You know, it's gonna be the same thing that we did. You might hear something here and there, but it's not going back to like crazy blood and crazy cursing and sexual stuff. He said we're never going back to that. So I doubt it.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Listen, it's about the money, man. Like we might be some older dudes wanting the Attitude Era, but that you know, kids and all the marketable stuff, like.
Well, you know what Triple H said too. I watched. He said, "Listen, like, when you're doing stuff all the time, like AEW, let's say, it has less of a shock factor because you do it all the time." Yeah, so he said, if every now and again we pull out a certain word or blood, it makes it even bigger. He said at one time during the Attitude Era, he said that one time it was Vince. Vince came in and said, "We ain't doing none of that shit no more." And everybody was like, "What?" He was like, "Yo, it don't have the same factor that it did before."
Right.
And then Triple H realized he's right. Like we're doing this stuff every single night. We got to give the audience a chance, like miss it for a while. So I think that's why he's like, you know, like Vince, you know, for with all his time, he knew the fuck he was talking about a lot of times. That's when he was younger, I would say. So
Yeah. All right, so Black Dragon or who? Somebody brought up Chelsea Green.
That was Dave.
Oh, it was you. My bad.
Yeah.
So listen, when that tournament was coming down to the wire, I'm gonna stand on this. I love a character. If you could sell me this character, and again, that's what Vince was big on back in the day. But Chelsea Green, boy, is the Karen. And the dumpster match, she always come in character. I feel like that's must how she be outside of this. I can't even picture her not acting like this. If this ain't how she act at home, she's a great actor, yo. So I felt that if she won the Women's USA title, that she would be able to walk around with the belt. And look, she already came out talking about red, white, and green. Like,
yeah.
Exactly what I wanted her to do. The little hat. Like, she came out of Statue of Liberty one time. So I feel like, is she a great wrestler? I don't even know what her. Oh, no, she does do the unpretty, right? Unpretty her. But I feel like I never really got to see her. I feel like I never watched a match where I'm like, damn, Chelsea can wrestle. But for me, I don't need that from her. I need her to be dirty, cheating, trash talking, acting like she could beat. Well, she don't even act like she could beat people. She just talks smack. And so for me, I'm okay with her being the first woman USA champion because she is what I picture a WWE superstar as being. So it was okay for me. If we just going off of wrestling and her talents, then no, I feel like she's trash. But I just love that she sells herself as this character. You know, she's definitely. I think the same thing we said with Liv. Liv stepped it up once Liv realized, dude, I'm just gonna be the what she called herself, the man stealing, whatever. She had a whole little promo. So I think I'm cool with Chelsea having that title. But part of me did want to see Mia Shea. I did kind of want to get it, but I know she kind of hasn't really done much, or she hasn't really ever been kind of in the spotlight, kind of sort of where we feel like, can she hold it? So, because I don't even think she ever even won the NXT title.
They're supposed to have a rematch at Saturday Night Main Event this month, so we'll see what happens there. But I kind of like Chelsea's personality. She's fun. She's not the greatest wrestler, but in that match, when she had her finish, that was kind of dope. When she flipped over her, that was kind of dope.
That was dope.
But I think it's gonna wind up being Piper gonna get tired of her. They're gonna want him having a feud for that title at some point, which I think
that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, but with that mid card title, I could see some girls going for it. It does make it a little bigger for the mid, for the mid card women at least have something to go out for. So when
they was putting some of the bigger women in there, I was a little mad, and I was actually scared for the IC one because Io was in there. It's kind of late, and I was like, "Oh, come on, don't give it to Io. She was just world champ not that long ago. Somebody else get
I love Io, bro. Io's a beast, bro.
Absolutely,
he is. But I felt she would have took a spot from somebody. Io don't need it. Io could
gotta
clearly get a belt, one of the big belts back, or Io could be one of the people that actually beat one of these smaller people to get the belt, to have a smaller person beat them and make the belt look good. You know what I'm saying?
So you think she won next week, Dakota or Lyra for the IC belt?
So what I said before was I kind of have a feeling, because remember, what's her name? With the Z360, Zoe Starks was in it, right? And I was like, I got a feeling it was two people in it that was part of a faction, and I was like, I got a feeling that faction people aren't going to win. So Dakota Kai is part of the faction, and I feel like Vicaria, like she's kind of on NXT. She was kind of like a made person. Like, to me, Dakota Kai never actually, like, yeah, she had a little thing in NXT, but I feel like this might sound messed up, but I can't trust her with the title because I don't feel she's her own person. She's good with the group. She was a little bit of the mouthpiece, but just because people couldn't speak, you know what I mean? Right. So I feel like her being what's she gonna do as a champ? I'm gonna feel like anybody could beat her. But Valkyria, I feel like she get the title. She might, like, she already is like. I feel like she's kind of solid. You could tell they just need to let her go. You know what I mean? Do her thing.
Yeah.
So
I think the title would benefit Lyra more. I feel like that she actually pretty good wrestler. She's just like kind of boring or something like that. Like she'll have when she come out. Remember Roman said about Seth, when Lyra come out, no pop. You'll hear nobody like it'd be like. So she needs something. I think maybe an IC title run where she's like showing off her wrestling skills might help the fans like her. But as of right now, like her matches, like it'd be like boring. Not boring, not the wrestling boring, but no excitement. I should say.
I think what's sad is I think they was trying to give her a good push. Remember, when she first came on Raw, she was with Becky. Like Becky was giving her that rub, and then I guess maybe Becky, whatever was going on with Becky or whatever. So I feel like they didn't maybe she didn't get that rub enough to be like, oh, it's that chick. You know what I mean? But if you compare her and Dakota Kai, like, let's just be honest. Now, if you want the super underdog, like, oh, snap. But I feel like it's going to look funny because she's going to be walking around with Io. And you're going to be looking like, all right, so are you going to be thinking, is Io going to turn on her and want to? Because Io's just such a bigger star. It's going to be weird.
They kind of both suck, to be honest with you. I'm honest with you. But I think Dakota's better on the mic. Lyra's a better wrestler. But they both kind of suck, to me, honest with you. Like, this is a bad.
I feel like, my thing is, I feel like Valkyria is a more packaged wrestler than Dakota. I feel like Valkyria is more believable to have a run, and I feel like if all of a sudden if Dakota wins, I'm just gonna look at Dakota like, bro, you losing the next match. Like I can think of 90% of the roster that for me will beat her. Clean.
I agree. You know what? She was like the worst. She was like the worst one on damage control, honestly. Like Kyrie was better. All of was better. So,
I'd rather Kyrie Sane come back and be like, I'll take that title off you. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like Valkyria is scrappy. She's she enough of what she showed that I feel like she could go. You know.
Well, Black Dragon don't agree with you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't think he like Asian people. I don't know, but he's that
look up.
She's so adorable, just like Ivy now. Dakota's voice, OMG, she can pull my paycheck out my wallet. Okay. I met Chelsea in person. Super. Oh yeah, super fun. Actually, you told me that. So, not to put out what he does for a living, but actually, he showed me pictures that he was at a WWE, or actually somebody was getting married, and he was there, and he showed me pictures a couple months ago or a little while ago of a bunch of people actually.
Okay, that's pretty. That's pretty.
When y'all get a chance, look up Io Sky in Lucha Underground.
Okay,
and it's gonna blow your mind.
Io's a beast.
She used to wrestle dudes, and you don't understand the type of the chances that she takes and what she jumped off of and onto and all that stuff. You like, whoa,
Yeah, I
she
seen
used to do
some
stuff like
matches.
that.
Yo, you know who was super hard? Yo, Asuka used to get hit by
Oh,
people.
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely. Yep.
yeah.
Oh, he said it himself. He was a bus driver. There it is. That's dope.
Okay, yeah, I didn't want to put stuff out there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's best. I think she gay, right? So in the middle.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. How y'all feel about Tiffany cash in as a night?
I didn't see it happening on SmackDown, but I
Yeah.
definitely seen it happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were just they was foreshadowing it with all of a sudden what's dude's wife name? Johnny Gargano's wife. What's her name?
Who?
Johnny Gargano's wife. The one that's with
with Nia Jax.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Oh, the
I
pixie
forgot.
chick.
Yeah. I forgot her name.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, that's a shame. Well, anyway,
That's how important she is.
Yeah, that's Johnny's wife. Well, once she got in the picture, they was pretty much like the story was kind of like pushing Tiffy out. They was super mean to her, so it was like, bro, you giving her a reason to cash in on you.
Yeah.
And they wasn't backing down. I thought like, oh, they was gonna create a little rift every week. Like, no, you ain't in the match. I'm in the match. Oh, you stand out here. I was like, oh, okay. So it was, it definitely. I just didn't think it was going to happen on SmackDown. So when she handed the ref the thing, I was like, yeah, she ain't cashing in. So I was like, oh. But I'm super into her music. She probably got out of the new people, she has my favorite ring music. I would listen to her song on replay sometimes. Like that's my song. But so I hope they don't change her music. I hope they just make her come out to it the way she should. Like it got those highs and lows. I need her to walk out and put her hands up or something when a anyway. But I think she's gonna be a star. She's already over. When she did the thing overseas and they went crazy for her and against Naomi and they started booing Naomi and screaming for her, I was like, she's the bad guy, right? At that, it was over then. At that point,
is she still a heel or does she go to babyface?
I mean, she kind of. So I feel like her character is really good as a heel.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's like screwed over Nia, it almost make it like she got to be babyface, right?
But I feel like she like Charlotte, to where like they work better as heels. Just
I agree. Dude, the promos, Tiffy time, and all her trash talking, her special was called the most beautiful moon. So like.
Prettiest most ever,
Right.
I don't know. But how you like how they did it with the cash in with the whole Bianca doing the move on Nia and stuff like that?
It made sense. You had to get Nia down, right? Yeah. So Nia had to be hurt. But she did. I think she did hit Nia with the briefcase too, right?
She did. And then Bianca hit her with her finisher.
Yeah. So
but it worked because Bianca was the only one that was strong enough to do that to Nia when. You had somebody like Jay Cargill could pick up Nia Jax and do something to her, but Tiffy can't do that. Tiffy can't lift Nia up like that.
No, but that's stupid.
Tiffy is thick.
She is. She definitely is. She dating Kaiser. I didn't even know that's
She got a long back. She got a long back.
Not a long back.
She got a long back.
On that long back though.
No. That's the outfit that's making it look like that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
What you mean an outfit? How could an outfit do that, bro? It is what it is. You talking
about hold on. The same way that all the other female wrestlers wear that strap under their butt cheeks to make their butt stick out further.
Hey Dave, I was about to bring it up. You know who do that all the time? Hey yo, Rhea. Rhea makes crazy with she had that strap right under. I mean, that strap could be pushing her cheeks up. Yeah.
It's all illusion. It's all an illusion.
Optical illusion.
Absolutely. Optically got Mike.
Hey, what about BBL Bailey?
No, Bailey is actually Mexican, which is why she has the curviness to her. I looked her up, and she's actually Mexican, and it's crazy because I found out Seth Rollins his last name is actually Lopez in real life.
No, so we looked
So
that up though. That's because his mom's husband was Lopez. So he's not Spanish. So me and Sandy
was
did
he
look that
adopted?
up. No,
Was he adopted?
his mom got remarried. So his mom, yeah.
Oh, so he took his stepfather's name.
Right.
Yeah. If you look it up,
Got
if
you,
you look
got
it
you.
up, yeah.
Okay, I
Bailey
got
jump
you.
kind of sloppy to me. It's like it's big, but it ain't like it ain't a shape.
I think Bailey on the low had a kid and didn't tell
Something
nobody
happened, right? Yeah, it's like
because she came back and all of a sudden she was thick. I said, "What the heck?"
Can we just say somebody who they recently gained a little bit more weight, but hey, bro, I could put my cup, my phone, my controller, my microphone. I put this plate. Hey, everything could sit on Naomi's. Hey, yo,
it's always been like that.
Hey,
it's always been like that.
I'm like, even like whatever she was wearing the other day, I was like, God damn, yo,
It's always like that.
I mean, it is, but recently I was like, what is she wearing? Hey, yo.
Don't get in trouble when they're talking about Naomi's booty.
Man,
I know you got Sandy right there. You better calm down.
Nah, listen, Dave, no, we used to be at the house. She can't stand Naomi. She looked like a whore. This and that. Hey, Mike, remember I played the song for her, Mike.
Oh, you did? You did?
Yeah, I played the song for her. I was like, damn, I was like, look, this is what Mike said you acting like.
No, at one point Naomi was the best female wrestler athletic wise in the whole company. She was the best out of all the females.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like she should get a title too again, man. Like she's still good. Like
hold up. I got a feeling she the one that put Jade out.
Listen, I'm not.
I think so too. I think so too.
Well, what she saying?
I think so too.
No, she said, say it again, Cindy.
I'm not a hater of her wrestling. She deserves to get a title after all she's done. But she ain't pretty. She looked like a horse.
she said we only like her butt.
You only like her butt and her titties. That's what y'all like.
She's not an ugly girl though. She's not
no, you know what it is?
Nah,
I like the package. So first I thought so Dave got it. When she first came out,
what they're selling.
No. When she first came out, I was like, oh, she could wrestle. But put her on the map for me. She's the only female to this day I've seen do a split-legged moonsault. I was like, oh, she's doing RVD stuff. So I like her wrestling, right? And I watched her back on NXT. First of all, back then, right, when it was a competition, she was on NXT. But when she was on Total Divas, then I got to like her personality. I was like, oh, well, she's like a nice girl. Like I like her personality. And I do like her butt too. So I was like, for me, I like her wrestling. I like the way she looked, and I like her personality. So I just like her all around.
You like what they sold you.
Whatever. I'm like, hey, well, I can't know nothing else. Now, granted, I did walk past her. That was one of the moments in my life. I wish I could have got a picture with her. I did walk my whole life. I paused like.
Listen, that's what you say. We don't know if that's real.
Listen, I don't know about nothing. I should have had that on video, but I did walk past her. I was like, I barely could say her name. Naomi, she if she wasn't walking fast down that hallway, I would have asked her to take it, but I thought I would have got fired or something. I would have asked her, could you stop, take a video with me? But anyway,
she was doing good work, and I think her and Nia chemistry is really good, honestly. So like she probably one of the best ones I've seen with Nia. You know, in the match, but she probably did take Jade out. Y'all know.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel like you know, off the script. I feel like Jade just don't have the mic skill. I feel like they took her out. Like I don't know.
No, it's not just that. Like I'm a big Jade fan, but she sucks in the ring, bro.
She does,
like
bro.
She needs serious training, but she sucks in the ring. Like it's terrible.
So I didn't watch her at AEW, but everybody's told me that she was like the Goldberg. So that's a bad wrestling style to come to WWE.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the WWE women, one, you wasn't going to come in and just muscle them as the Goldberg. So you were going to have to wrestle with them, but you were wrestling as the Goldberg, but you don't do much.
Yeah.
So it's like, so, you know.
They probably should put her in NXT like for a while.
That's what Dave was saying.
Yep. We're trying to get her ready to bring the comeback.
That's what they doing. They probably put her back in the training center to probably try to, you know, polish up her her skills, because even that front kick, when she hits people with that front kick, I'm like, oh, careful with that. Oh,
Right.
you know, like
And first of all,
every time you
Bianca
see
was
it,
covering a lot for her when they were, with the tag team, and Bianca was doing most of the
yeah,
talking for her. So they were trying to like
of
hide
I
course,
that.
think that's why they made them lose them titles so quick, and then maybe they felt she was getting a little better, and they decided to give it to him again. But I think she was
yeah,
doing her thing, though. I think she was getting better slowly.
Listen,
You
it's
know?
not their fault. They pushed her to the WWE and she wasn't ready.
Yeah, but the problem is she was such a big star over there, so you almost can't
yeah. She drawing money.
You can't
Yeah,
put her.
That's all she
exactly.
doing. She's
Yeah,
drawing money.
you don't send her to NXT.
Yeah,
Like,
like nah.
Or make her the Goldberg then. Like make her just run through women and
so that might have been good, but the problem is, again, you would have had the same issue. If you sent her to NXT to be the Goldberg, then when she came up to the big league, yeah, she would have got practice. But I think these girls are like, hey, yo, you ain't just all of a sudden going to be that girl, because the Goldberg means I'm gonna dump you around. And yeah, she's tall and she's ripped. I feel like she isn't that jacked. She's super ripped, right? I feel like
That's all it is.
super ripped. But I feel like she ain't muscular like Beth Phoenix. I ain't even gonna bring up China.
She definitely ain't no China.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I ain't gonna bring up
Definitely
China.
not China.
But she's not
No.
like Beth Phoenix was husky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah.
Looks feminine.
Yeah, Jay still looks looks feminine.
And then
You know what I
if
mean?
you look at Jade Cargill standing next to Bianca Belair, when they go like this, their arms are pretty much the same size.
Yo,
Yeah.
and you know what's
Like
crazy? Yo, and I feel like Bianca stepped it up even more when Jade first came.
of
And they
course,
was
she
doing
had
this, I
to.
was like, oh yeah, Bianca. I was like, yo, you could tell she was hitting a little heavy to get like a
Mhm.
little more mass to her.
Yep.
Yeah, but
She had
Bianca's like
to.
a full package now. She can actually wrestle. She
Yo,
can
Bianca's a
Yeah. Bianca's a beast.
Bianca's the John Cena of the women, man.
Yeah. She also can't go heel either. But they've been trying to make. They really wanted to have Jade Bianca like as a match, like a Mania match. But I don't know how good that is for Bianca.
That's probably gonna wind up happening.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
they could always
when
tell
they
it that Bianca was the one that did it. And there you
go.
go.
But she was in the ring,
nah,
wasn't she?
I'm with Black Dragon on this. I think it was Naomi that did it. So when
Well,
Jay
that's what
comes back, she's gonna go ahead and try to get at Naomi, and Bianca's gonna defend Naomi, and Jay's gonna be like, "Hold up, but you was my partner," and Naomi's gonna be, Bianca is gonna be like, "Hold up, but this was my homegirl way before you got here, so I gotta ride with her," and then that's what's gonna cause
I mean,
the conflict.
technically, they got that one storyline that's just looming, bro. So what WWE usually suck at is making people remember. I think Triple H is doing a great job. Like this whole Drew didn't forget, Punk didn't. Like all these people are remembering storylines. Yo, I don't care. The writing is great. Bianca don't never let Bayley slide, bro. And Bayley walking backstage, she like, I'm like, that storyline is still there. And Naomi's like, no, that's my girl. That's my girl. Bianca's like, hey, yo, they could always make Bayley and Naomi jump Jade or something.
That's true too.
But let me ask y'all this.
Okay.
Do you feel like, because I know you watched AEW and she was more of a heel there, right? Over the time. Do you feel like
A little bit, yeah.
She should have been a heel more in WWE than in the face? That might have been better for her because she's not that great of a wrestler?
Probably.
I don't think it made a difference. It just like what Black Dragon said, AEW exposes weaknesses of WWE wrestlers, and Jay came out to WWE, she was exposed, which is the truth.
But Mike's point is, you know how heels don't have to do as much. Baby faces, you wrestle, you do more.
Yeah.
Heel, she could get away with the kind of sort of Goldberg thing.
Punch,
you know what I mean? Like
headlock, bear hug, kind of deal.
Right.
But Jay don't even take bumps correctly.
Well, that's true.
Like when she gets kicked in the stomach, it's like, hold on, why are you holding your head? It's like, wait a minute.
You know what's cool is Dave, I gotta give you credit because you clearly said that's your girl, but you being real. You know what I mean?
I have to.
Yeah. No.
She sucks in the ring.
My man, the Resident Evil AMC, just subbed. Yo, I appreciate you subbing. Listen, Resident Evil is actually my favorite video game franchise, but
really
of all time. and then followed by God of War. But so thanks for subbing. I appreciate it. Just to let you know, if you guys are listening or whoever's watching it back, the way the channel goes is I put out one daily vlog a day. And then Tuesdays, we do a podcast, 7 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesdays, we do We Wrestle Wednesdays, the wrestling league. We play a video game. And that's pretty much it as far as the content. I might do some random streams here or there, but that's pretty much the format. So yeah, I expect a new vlog tomorrow, and I vlogged my whole life. Every birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, it's in here. I got a video coming out soon with my man Dave Green Eyes down there, gifting me my new blade. So
put that up to the camera. Put that up to the camera. I want to see how that look.
Oh yeah. Hold on, I got you.
I never even seen it. I just saw a picture of it.
Yeah, bro, it got the scorpion on it.
Ah,
look at that.
So what you think about it?
No,
That blade is sweet.
Look, it got a curve. The other one was straight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like
be
that,
careful, don't cut yourself.
I know. I'm gonna blame you too. And look, Dave, remember when you had to teach me how to close it? I was like, you was like, bro, you about to cut your finger off. So yeah, hey Dave, I got it now, Dave. Hold up, wait. All right.
Oh yeah, hold up, wait. The struggle is real.
I gave you the Sandy the other day, and she was trying to. I was like, "You about to cut your damn finger off? Give me that, yo." Hey, Dave, you was gonna pay for this hospital bill too. So I know.
I don't got insurance.
Listen, Dave, got my baby her finger cut off, man.
It's like I paid for the knife. You cut yourself a bit. That's your problem.
I don't got no insurance. Sorry.
Damn, man. But what else? I mean, let me put the right thing up here on the screen. All right, that works.
When's the baby coming, Dave?
Oh, the baby's supposed to be here February 7th.
Oh my God!
So
that's crazy.
It's right around the corner. Yeah.
Yo, congratulations.
I'm like, listen, if I was able to do cartwheels, I'd do a cartwheel right now.
I know,
but I'm like so excited.
Daddy's little girl.
This one make me so
happy. Absolutely.
Man. This one make
I'm so excited. You don't understand.
So this one make me so
Nayala, her name is Nayala Brooklyn Jimenez.
Oh wow.
Listen, this one make me so happy. Knowing you for so long, bro, you've always been a father. Like, you know, like and we're the same age, but you've always wanted another kid. Before you even met your wife, like I feel like God just said, "Bro, we gonna give you what you want." Like,
absolutely,
it's coming. And,
absolutely.
It's like, you literally are getting everything you wanted way back when, man. And the timing couldn't be better. Like the woman couldn't be better. Like, bro, come on, man.
Like you already know. The Bible says his thoughts are not our thoughts and his ways are not our ways. So you just got to be patient. That's it.
That's it.
You know, he replaced my whack first wife with a incredible wife, and now I'm getting my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited. Her room is already, all done up and all that. It's great.
That's awesome.
It's great.
That's good, man. You can't beat God, man. Let me see. Black Dragon said Jey should have been an enforcer type role in WWE until she. If they did it right, I could see that. But I don't know if I wanted her to be somebody's enforcer. I think they started off great with her like being like she was gonna be, bigger than. Listen, you shoot for the moon. So they went there. At least she'll still have like a big type of person, she was sold big eventually.
Yeah.
If they don't give up on her and they just try to, again, maybe Mike hit the nail on the head. Make her heel, let her be able to work a little slower, just show her power.
But you never know,
bro. Like,
they could still make her a heel and then have Bianca turn on Naomi.
Bianca not turn a heel though.
You never know because they trying to get what's the name? Her husband to turn.
Too many little girls who rock her braid. Like she's John Cena now. She can't turn heel. She's too baby face over.
What do you mean, Bianca?
Yeah,
Mike,
she don't even want to do it, actually.
You know as much as I
Bianca,
know. If
no.
Hulk Hogan could turn heel, anybody could turn
Well, I
heel.
think anybody can turn heel, but Bianca did say if she was a heel, you wouldn't like her. She said she's not going to be the type of heel that you're going to actually like. She said she want to give back. She said she actually thanked Bailey when she first came out, and she Bailey like helped her, but Bailey was like the heel where she got to beat her up a lot and stuff like that. So she was like, she's not, because when you think of Bianca, you're like, bro, she'll be that Triple H heel. She said she does not want to be that type of heel. She's like, you're not going to like her heel. She's just gonna be dirty and like she's not gonna be like the strong, powerful heel. So it's literally she wouldn't give us what we would want out of her turning heel. She actually said that.
None of the little girls got her braids. She would never want to make them cry now like that. Bianca's like, she's like John Cena. She'll never want to turn heel. I don't think it's never gonna happen.
I mean, I think the story, right? So here's the thing. What's cool about WWE or wrestling is if you could get somebody to take that spot. Like we already talked about, you know, this person selling much merchandise. There's always going to be somebody else, right? As long as somebody could get in that slot, then Bianca could be free to be healed, right?
Right.
So as long as you could feel like, you know what, somebody kind of got that, is doing that, then she will be free to kind of do something different, right? Why not make Bianca have a heel faction? That would be dope. You know what I mean? Like she'd be the leader of a group of chicks. You know what I mean? So
Black Dragon just made a good point because remember when Bailey turned heel, nobody thought that Bailey was going to turn heel. And then she had a whole bunch of little girls putting her little ponytail to the side and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy is I was going to say this, even though I'm the one that said Bianca's the John Cena, but I remember watching NXT and when she came out, I used to ask Sandy. I used to say Bailey was the John. Yo, she used to have the 5 ponytails. The little kid in NXT, she always put the little thing in her head, like she the little the blow up thing. Like she was. Oh yeah, Black Dragon.
And she was hugging everybody.
Like, bro, you gonna make her heel?
She had the hug movement going on and all that. She was hugging everybody. You know, Bailey was, you know. He said Bailey turned heel. I was pissed.
Yeah, my man was crying for real. He was like, he had his little side braid on. He was like,
This is where people take it differently. Y'all love that Bailey turn heel.
No, I mean, again, that's a cool thing, right? You have somebody like that turn
I
heel.
like huggable Bailey and cute, sweet Bailey. I like her as the.
But they trying to turn Montez Ford bad and the Street Profits bad. So if that happens, you think Bianca not going to fall into place? You never know.
When it was there,
the thing is, at least on
I don't
TV,
think so, 'cause they don't really put them together.
Yeah, on TV they act like they don't even know each other.
Sometimes.
Ago, when they was both on Raw, they had a little chemistry and they like killed that on SmackDown.
You never see them ring together or any segment together ever, like them.
Yeah,
that's the same thing with Naomi and Jimmy.
Yep.
You know, Naomi and Jimmy are husband and wife, and you don't hardly see them two together.
Yeah, that's why people was always thinking she would be the girl to join the bloodline. I was like, I don't think so, because they're gonna make it like, you know. But
they don't even make it like she's part of their family.
I want to say what's up to Carter. Just popped in here. How's it going, Carter? I think you're
what up, Carter?
Watching, so I appreciate that. He said Liv Morgan is good on Monday Night Raw. We got to see what. Yeah, she's a big fan of Liv. I love when Liv used to act like have a Harley Quinn thing going on. Yeah. She got the big smile.
Yeah.
Yo, she was selling that.
Yeah,
like, she looked just like her.
Yeah,
too bad we ain't never gonna see Matt Morgan back.
Yeah, no, we never gonna see that.
They got a lot of women though, like in WWE, and then it's like a lot of girls in NXT are really good. So I'm like, yo, I don't know how you got room for all these people. It's just a lot. Like, I don't know.
So look what he said. He said, and I told you when Bailey turned heel, it was going to be amazing. If Ford turns heel, Dawkins is going to be released soon after that. Remember what happened to Heavy Machinery? That is true though. But well, Heavy Machinery is different because let's not act like Otis was amazing. So it's not like Otis was the better one and Dude got let go. They both were just too big.
Yeah.
You know, Otis, the cool thing with Otis is they did that whole thing with Mandy Rose and it just worked. Like they made her acting like she was super into him, and so he was the perfect person for that role. Other dude, Tucker, I forgot his name, but Tucker, whatever. He just wasn't. I don't know. I mean, they had the belts at that point.
Maybe y'all can answer the question for me. Why did they change the name to War Raiders?
That was the original name, wasn't it?
Yeah,
No, it
so
was the Viking Raiders. Was
they
it?
no,
It was Viking.
it was like War Raiders. They changed it and then they changed it back.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I must have forgot with
yeah,
the
yeah.
War
'Cause
Raiders.
remember, they was going like Super Viking, and then it was crazy because they changed it back quick. Like I was like, dude, that was so marketable. Like, why they changed it to the Viking Raiders, and then they changed it like probably like 2 weeks. It was crazy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what happened. Now you notice with them, right? They're like, remember they was all Vikinged out, but now they're like,
Mhm.
as if Vikings is just like a edgy rock type, I don't know thing.
Yeah.
They look like they're part of a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. They're like
Yeah.
the Vikings, you know, yeah. Now,
And they dropped that chick. I forget her name, but the Viking chick that was with her.
oh
too.
yeah, Sarah.
Oh.
Sarah Logan. But that's dude's wife in real life though.
Oh, it is it?
The boy,
Eric.
yeah, the smaller guy, Eric. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't know that. Okay. Nice.
And remember, she was she came in with a group.
Yeah, that was with old girl that's in AEW now. The heck was her name?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, who's the group she came in with?
I forgot their names.
Yeah, she came in with a group. Sarah Logan.
But wasn't Sonya Deville one of them? Oh no.
Oh yeah. I think it was.
Yeah, Sonya Deville used to be one of them too.
Yeah, I can't remember that, but yeah, she came in with a group, and that was the thing.
How y'all feel about what they're doing with the Y6, man? I feel like they're wasting of time.
Bro, they're wasting it, man.
A little bit, and it's upsetting me because me being such a huge Bray Wyatt fan, you know, I'm a little like,
They're like
they need to do
I
something.
feel like, right? Like
They should have been on Raw. They should have been on Raw in some shape or form.
Yeah, Black Dragon. Hold up, real quick. Black Dragon remind me. Yeah, the Riot Squad. And
The Riot Squad, yes.
Riot,
Sonya wasn't in the Riot Squad?
It wasn't Sonya Deville. Yeah,
Okay.
Ruby Riot.
Ruby Riot. Hey, that's her name.
Yeah. So who's the other girl? Damn.
The chick that was with the Viking Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
yeah, about the Y6, Anthony. What do you think about
yeah,
that?
the Y6, man.
They're dropping the ball.
Yeah, they definitely dropped the ball. You know what's crazy? They was going. So the problem is, here's the problem. Do they just be like a gimmick? They come out for kind of justice, scary, you know, eventually beat people up and just do it to somebody else. The problem is once you make them have a feud with somebody, you expect them to win. So then they flipped it on us and made them pretty much lose the feud, which made them look really weak. Because if you're like the Supernatural group, but you're getting beat up by Chad Gable and his boys, it's like, not take away from Chad Gable because it definitely helped them out, right?
Nah, take them from Chad Gable. Chad Gable sucks.
I mean,
yeah. Wait till next week when he faces Pentagon. It's gonna be a wrap for Chad Gable.
It's gonna be a great match. So Chad's actually a really good wrestler, bro.
He is.
But the gimmick that he has and
it's horrible.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
And even the other dudes too, they also good wrestlers, but they just got no personality. But they good wrestlers though.
Right. The group together
And super strong.
personalities don't go. He should just be a singular wrestler.
I don't know if it hurts them. What are their names again? The Creed brothers.
The Creed brothers, yeah.
I almost feel like they was doing better when they was on their own.
Yeah.
Because they were showcasing their talents.
Right, and now they're stuck in this corny group.
Yeah, now they ain't really doing nothing because the storyline is to push Chad and just the storyline is Chad and he got a group. Like Ivy Nile ain't doing nothing.
Right, exactly.
Like they ain't even having matches.
Chad having all the matches. You're right. Really, Chad should be managing them at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
But they doing it now. Maybe because he finally had his match against Otis, and he's trying to move forward. But yeah, they need to start having some matches.
Not going against Pentagon.
I don't even know who that is, but I heard about the
he from AEW. He's very similar. Remember the dude from back in WCW? I forget his name, but he used to wear the costume that was all like a skeleton.
Yeah,
and he used to do something that looked like
Parker, right? Not Parker, right? La Parker.
Yeah, La Parker. There you go. Yep, he's very similar to La Parker. He has his jaw is what you call it is exposed, and he has it painted like a skeleton.
Nah, remember when the Parkers do that little dance he used to do?
Yeah, yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
you remember that, Anthony?
Yeah, I just remember him from the video game too.
Yeah.
I remember when LaParker got his butt whipped by Goldberg too.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But I think he did that dance, and Goldberg was like still right behind him or something.
Yeah.
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 Oh man,
that was good.
let me ask y'all this. This is cool because we got through the whole Netflix thing, right?
Yeah.
But so it's cool. We just talking about wrestling in general, but I want to shut it down in the next 6 minutes, so we don't more than 3 hours. But what do you guys? If we could bring it back a little bit, what do you guys? What do you specifically want to see happen on next Monday Night Raw? It could be anything that they showed on yesterday or something they didn't show, and you're like, dude, that needs to happen next week on Raw.
The thing is, man, I'm a little worried about Monday Night Raw because I feel like last night, like we all talked about, was so much of a spectacle for this first Netflix, and I think they're not going to be able to keep up. They got a lot of talent.
They set the bar too high.
Time in the ring. You got people on a lower card. They're going to be showing on regular Raws, and I think not to cut you off, but Triple H covered that. So I would agree with you, but last night was great. He literally said, somebody asked that question. He said, look, the way wrestling goes, you're going to have a week where you got a low. He was like, you can never stay high. You can never. He was like, we're going to have a week where you're like, we can't follow that because the storyline is going to make you have to have people that smaller, fill in and build up to a bigger episode. He was like, so I honestly, the fact that he said that last night, that's not a worry. They don't have that worry because they know every week isn't going to be that. Like he literally said that last night. I think we know that, but if your first time watching was last night, they go watch next week. You're like, yo, what's this? They're the same product.
Yeah, but that's to be expected. I mean, again, you are putting it on for your core fans and in hopes that people who aren't fans tune into the product.
Add new ones,
the product for the people who don't watch it, if we're being fair. Because I don't want to watch every Monday like that. Last night was cool, but it wasn't what I want to see on every Monday. I like the story, the behind the scene. I like some of that the kind of little nonsense that keep the story going that we didn't get last night. That I want. Last night was a pay-per-view for me. I say I reserve that for once a month. So that's not my Raw. You know what I mean?
I think it was the way it was because it was the first time on Netflix. I think that's why it was the way it was. I think they're gonna start trying to go back to the way Raw was because now they're talking about how like somebody mentioned they don't have to worry about cutting it off or ending early or whatever because there's a time slot. It's like, no, you don't have a time slot like that because you don't have, USA bugging you about, hold on, it can't go past this amount of time. Now, Netflix, it could go for whatever. If they say 3 hours, it could go 3:15. And if something happens, something happens. But I think they're going to wind up going back to Raw the way it usually is, just not on USA. It's going to be on Netflix. I think you're going to have smaller guys. Like, Triple H says, it's not going to just be the main event type wrestling matches because it did seem like a pay-per-view. It just was, 4 matches. And then, like I was telling Ant, it's like I didn't even realize that it was only 4 matches. The matches were so long that you forgot that it was only 4 matches. But I think they're gonna be all right. I think they're gonna be all right. Black Dragon said he to put the focus on Jacob. I think the Wyatt 6 is supposedly coming out next week, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they fix it up. But I think it's a big problem with them trying to be the justice of the WWE. I'm like,
so long with the smoke and the fucking lights.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's very theatrical. Like it's cool, but you gotta understand, like
I don't want to see all this.
It's not quite Bray Wyatt. You know what I'm saying? Like Bray Wyatt would come out, do his thing and all that. and then every once in a while you see Uncle Howdy either on the screen or he come out, and then just smoke come out and he just stand there, whatever, and it's just like,
Well,
but
so what's hard, to be honest, is the fact that it's a whole faction, bro. It's
Right.
what, 5 people?
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? I mean,
yeah.
honestly, that's what's hard. No, is it 6, right?
Yeah,
It's 5. No, it's 5. It's 5.
Is it
How's it
five?
6? It's
The
5.
girl. The chick.
No, it's 5.
That's 5? Okay.
6
Yeah, you're right.
is
They're called
6 is the lantern.
6 members.
I got you. Okay.
6 is the lantern that represents Bray Wyatt,
Oh, 5 is
and
a
they
lot.
put his rocket chair. Huh?
So I mean, it's
But they-
hard, but yeah, I don't know. I guess as far as Raw this Monday, what I want to see,
Dave's about to have his baby soon.
Hi.
About to have a baby
she's
girl.
old. She's old. Hey, Dave, this girl about to be 20 years old.
On Friday.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Gonna be 20. Hey, Dave, you knew her since she was a little kid, man.
Yeah, for real. For real.
About to have a baby girl February 7th. With his
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Bye. Good seeing you.
Good to see you.
You know what's crazy? I don't know what I want to see on Raw. I guess I just want to see a what I do
Pentagon.
want to see is I want it to feel a little different though. Like I don't want it to just be Raw and Netflix from the same thing. So I hopefully.
I have a question.
Good.
What do you think's gonna happen with the Judgment Day?
Ooh, that's a
Break
good one.
They're gonna break up.
Oh yeah, they done. They done.
Yeah.
After Dom went in the ring and spread his arms and all that, they done.
Well, that's
They have-
exactly what you said. Yeah, the way so Dom and Liv should be done, right? Matter of fact, Liv might not show up. I feel like Liv been on TV every week, bro. Let Liv.
Let her take a vacation.
Yeah, she's been on TV every week for I can't even remember the last time she
And on like
was.
bad podcasts and other stuff. Liv been doing a lot.
Yeah.
Liv does a lot.
I feel like let Liv not show up. Let them, Dom don't know if they together or not. Let somebody, one of the Judgment Day, call him out, like, or maybe Carlito like, bro, you try to get back with Rhea after she beat.
That's not cool.
That's not cool. You know what I mean? Like
You got a match next week too, though, on that Raw. Damien and Finn got another match next week on Raw. So
oh yeah, they get a rematch.
Yeah, they get a rematch. Yeah, another rematch.
Yeah, Finn Balor need to cut that dude loose, like for real.
You know what's crazy
Need to
though?
cut him loose.
I think they're good together because back in NXT when Finn was still there, they mentioned how like in real life Finn trained that dude, so they great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like he could be Finn's little back. Like, dude, if Finn's gonna be a bad guy, huh? Big head.
Oh, big head.
Yeah. If Finn, my man's a tall midget.
No, he look like a bobble.
But if Finn's gonna be a bad guy, if Finn's gonna be a bad guy, give Finn somebody to run around with him, right? He's a perfect guy. But I feel like Carlito. You talk about if they break up, they probably just firing Carlito. He don't do nothing.
That's gonna be sad, man.
My man
I was happy as hell when Carlito came back.
I know, bro. He got size and everything. Like,
he got big.
They could make something.
Get him out of Judgment Day. Give him something to do, Carlito. That'd be cool. I mean,
That too, yeah.
Still a good character.
Just have him come out like
Or move him to SmackDown on his own.
people up. There you go.
Something. They're treating him like Jimmy right now.
So you know what? We are forgetting. I think that's a great point, Mike. Just more shift them, right? We are doing it. They ain't call it the draft now. They're calling it like what the hell they calling it? They always throw it out there like, oh, they're doing
just put him on
the contract changing or switch or I don't know what the hell they call it. But
change up the character and throw him on SmackDown.
yeah, you're right.
There you go. He'll be all right.
Yeah. Raquel, like you said in the earlier show, she needed to do something. But she can though. You know, that's the cool thing. Now the question is, does Liv and Raquel stay together?
Well, Liv is starting to use Raquel as if Liv is Shawn Michaels and Raquel is Diesel.
Yeah, but she lost the title. So my question is,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Now it's just like I don't know. I'm sorry, but they're trying so hard to do whatever they can to give Raquel some kind of cleavage, That girl looks like she's still in training bras.
It's messed
Like
up,
for real.
bro.
I mean, it's real. It's
Yeah.
real.
And she don't got
I
the
mean,
booty,
And she is Spanish too. They got the booty.
yeah. I'm like, what happened?
Well, she's like 6'1" too. So maybe that's
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that's what's up, Carter. My wife's a big fan of Liv Morgan too.
Yeah, I like Liv Morgan. She's cool.
It's cool.
I don't know. It's cool, man. I can't wait to see what happened. I'm not even gonna ask you about SmackDown, but
we'll be here all night.
That'd be another 2 hours. But look, man, I'm thank you guys for coming out, man. Dave, I know wasn't you wasn't sure, so thank you for coming on. Man, it's listen, we like wrestling, we're fans. It's cool to get with y'all every so often. I mean, we talk off air, but I just thought it'd be cool to do something. And Mike, tell the people though, man, you do have a channel, but you said it's under construction right now.
Well,
right?
no, it's still on right now. One Mic Media is very, very live prevalent. Tomorrow I'll be doing my playoff preview for the NFL.
Oh, okay.
On Beyond the Trenches at 8:00 tomorrow night. We'll give our predictions and preview the playoffs every week. I'm probably only doing that right now till football season is over. And then, basketball. But, after that, I'm going to get back into my movie reviews and things like that. So,
hey, Mike, this is off wrestling, but what's your predictions of the draft?
Wait, the football draft?
Yeah.
Oh, Shador #1 to Tennessee to the Titans. That's what I think.
All right, here goes Big Mike channel right here, guys. So make sure you definitely check them out. Good content. Man, we used to have the Big Mike Little Ant show. We got and Mike got all that content still on the channel.
I do. Yeah.
So definitely
sometimes I go back and watch it, honestly. So it's good stuff.
Yo, we was doing outside of the movie theater reviews and everything.
At home in your robe, something like that. So.
Hey, I'm really sad, man. COVID messed us up because we had big plans. We originally our thing was to do more in person. We was gonna go out and eat at places and reviews. And then COVID literally happened when we was getting things together. It was crazy. But also COVID did give us this in our lives though. We wasn't into this stuff.
No.
COVID gave us something else because I hope they never get rid of curbside pickup.
Sandy was gonna, hey yo, just today Sandy was about to
I was about to DoorDash Chili's.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, curbside pickup is the bomb. I'm like, screw going into the store filled with a whole bunch of people.
I agree.
Get all that.
Yo, for all my birthdays and Christmas, I ask for a DoorDash gift card now. Just give me a DoorDash gift card.
There you go.
Yeah.
DoorDash gift card.
Bro, I'm telling you, they add up. I'm telling you.
Heck yeah.
At the end of the day. DoorDash and movie theater gift cards I ask for. That way I can go buy my snacks and movie.
Right. That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, we go right here to the what is it? The AMC joint, the dine-in theater. Okay. Most Tuesdays, it's like half off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
we have the movie pass, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we just seen Gladiator 2, and we gotta see Sonic eventually.
I guess maybe.
I'll probably go see that too, but Den of Thieves 2 come out this week.
I can't wait for that.
What was part 1?
I can't wait for that.
I don't even know. What was Den of Thieves 1?
You never seen Den of Thieves?
You never saw it?
I don't think so. I'm
serious?
I was looking at the trailer like, what was he? Who was in part 1?
You gotta watch part 1, bro. 50 Cent.
Yeah, you gotta watch that joint.
The same one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, watch that first. Then you go.
They almost did a scene like Bad Boys when the daughter was being taken to prom or whatever. They brought her date into the garage and had all his homeboys, all the vatos, all the black gangster dudes, all in there, and scared the mess out of homeboy. I'm like, yo, my daughter got a lot to look forward to. I'm trying to tell you. I told my wife already, I'm doing Bad Boys 2 on that Joker.
Well, I'll tell you this, Dave. I got 3 daughters, 1 stepdaughter, and 4 granddaughters. So try to do what you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't got what I got in the house.
Oh, you're right.
You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying?
Hey,
I'm
listen,
trying
that's
to
why.
tell you.
Hey, Dave, that's why once upon a time I needed you to come with me for protection.
Yeah,
I was like,
that
hey,
one time,
Dave,
yeah.
man, listen, man, can you get in the car with me, man, and just take the ride with me? He was like, bro, I got you. Because if you in the car, we good. You know, we rolled up. They just
Yeah,
sitting there like, oh, we
in
ain't had no
uniform.
problem.
In uniform, man. Homeboy ain't
In
want to say
uniform.
nothing to me.
Yeah, in uniform. I was like, hey, listen, man. So, you know. All right, man.
Hey,
Look,
All
guys.
right, man. Yeah,
with that switch.
But look, man, I'll talk to you guys later, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, man.
Bye, Mike.
All right, Sandy.
Yeah, have a
All
good
right,
night,
guys.
man.
So I'm about to shut this
All
thing
right,
down.
man.
Definitely thank both of those guys for coming through. But guys, a couple new people came out to the channel tonight. I appreciate that. Like I said, man, got daily vlogs. You get one a day. If you're a channel member, you can see as many vlogs as I'm released, and then I release one a day for everybody else. Yeah, on every Tuesdays is the podcast, 7 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday is We Wrestle Wednesdays, the Wrestling League, and that's pretty much it for the channels. And I might do some random streams. Like earlier today, I did a first impressions of Astrobot. But with that being said, guys, you guys are epic. I appreciate it. And also, my wife is a wrestling fan, so it was cool to have her out here. We actually went to WrestleMania last year. That's on the channel as well. We vlogged it. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And with that being said, now your mama knows. Let's go. Welcome to Anthony L. Lewis Epic Entertainment, where everything is in real life, no characters, no filters, just Anthony L. Lewis. What to expect is me meeting people, going to different places, and checking out a bunch of different things, be it movies, restaurants, or anything else. Oh, and one of my favorite hobbies are video games, so I guess we'll be doing some of that too. Well, I'll see you all in the next video, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and share this to some more people so they can get in on this Anthony L. Lewis Epic Entertainment.